All right, that'll do.
Evening,
What?
Triller.
What's going on?
Hello.
So we've got a few smart asses in the fucking chat already. Freaking hell. How's the mic? Is the mic alright? Using my gaming freaking headset, so the mic on this is a bit shit.
I can hear you.
Alright, all good. Yeah, man, freaking Lottie, don't be a smart ass all your life, bro. Phil, obviously, Daniel and the Lions got to do with the fucking den. There is a lion's den. The fucking too stupid to figure that out. Fuck it hell. But yeah, it's the best I could come up with in such a short space of time. You know what I mean? So yeah, here's what it is. It's all for shits and giggles, isn't it? But yeah, freaking so go on then. Freaking kick it off then, man. What was on your mind, bro?
So we've had a chat. I don't even know if you remember. Probably not. It's a couple of years back on TAFs. It's the first time I've ever encountered you. To be fair, we had a long discussion for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours or whatever. We covered grooming gangs, the Sikh community, that it affected their community first, and all that. We had quite a good conversation, and off the back of that, I've always said, "Nah, Trilla's all right," or whatever. You know what I mean? You've seen what people say or whatever. I've always said Trilla's all right. You know what I mean? I've had a good discussion with him. For me, he seems pretty decent or whatever. But as of late, like anyone that's been around ESO and bleeding and all that, it just seems a bit like you've started adopting things that they're about or whatever. I've said the same to Ghost. I'm not like targeting you or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the easy answer for that is end of the day, there aren't that many people streaming. I'm up. Some people are up, you know what I mean, doing their streams. I like to go on other people's streams as opposed to making my own, you
Yeah,
know. And end of the day, whether I agree or disagree with, people and their politics, I ain't gonna know the full story about people. And generally, if I get on with people, I will just jump on and just put aside whatever, what I mean, bullshit there is about everyone because everyone's got fucking dirt on them, to an extent, right?
mm,
So otherwise, yeah, I just feel like, you know what? Look, I don't get along with everybody, right? But I'm like, cool, you know what I mean? I don't really have an issue when it comes to talking to some people. And I've called up Bleeding Heart on lots of different occasions and we've had falling outs, you know what I mean? I've been blocked, I've been freaking, what I mean, all sorts from the chat, right? And not allowed on the panel and stuff like that for years on her channel. So it's not really a thing. It's not like you know what I mean? So like when it comes to associating with certain people, like with Esau, for example, a lot of people don't like him, but he's not like said anything to me personally, really and truly. You know what I mean? He's not really gone for me like that, right? He said some stuff. Don't get me wrong. We had a little bit of a falling out first time I jumped on the G block,
yeah,
but he just left it as that. He apologized and he left it as that, and I was like, yeah, fine, like clean slate. As far as I'm concerned, let's
mm.
try and keep it a clean slate and go from there. Do you know what I mean? That's all it
Yeah,
is.
I'm not right. For me, if somebody's a shit cunt or whatever, they don't have to be a shit cunt to me. Do you know what I mean? For it to be to everyone else. When they're running about doing all this madness, doxing, putting kids' pictures about, getting people aside, it's just fucked up, innit? It's like, why would you want to be
But what can
connected
you
to that?
do apart from like, I mean, you can disagree with them, right? You can boycott them. You can freaking, you know what I mean, make streams about them. You can do whatever, right? But the thing is, it's like I've already disagreed with what they're doing. I've disagreed with what other people are doing. God knows what to believe and who's doing what nowadays, right? Like with
Yeah.
all the shit that's going around, they're saying Luke's doing this. Everyone's saying that they're doing that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm
Mm,
like, fucking hell. I felt like I was, a little bit caught in the middle because, what I mean, end of the day, people know that I don't know jack shit and I don't care really and truly, like as in between the beef in it that people have got between each other, right? Really and truly. What I know is, yeah, cool, we both don't like certain people, right?
yeah.
For like what they're doing on the streams today, not really and truly what they've done before. Do you know what I mean? Like, because
Mm,
again, to have a productive conversation, right? Is it really productive bringing up shit time and time again from the past? It isn't, right? Especially when we're talking about current, discussions. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Yeah. It's one of them. I mean, everyone's going to look at things different, I guess. But for me, it's just been one of them. If you keep a clean situation, you're going to attract decent people. If you allow the wrong ends of the proper bottom of the bucket people, you're just going to detract good people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, look, I hear you, mate. All right, but at the same time, like I've done this before in terms of like trying to do that, right?
Yeah.
And really and truly, all they'll try and do is pull you to their side, one way or the other, right? So I appreciate people who just let me, who don't, who don't try and force my opinion and shit like that, right? They just let me be me, And on Bleeding Hearts, I feel like I can do that. For example,
Yeah.
like yeah, 100%. Like end of the day, they don't, not Veli's put me on the spot a few times now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, bro, I'm not afraid to give my opinion because I know you're trying to like put me on the spot and catch me out. Not like I ain't gonna jump on and tell you what I think. I ain't
Mm.
hiding. But at the same time, I'm like, look, I could be political as much as I want in terms of just dance around the topic, but freaking end of the day, I'll call it out. All right, if that's the case, that's wrong. You know what I mean? Simple as that, right? At the same time, am I gonna? And they were looking for a reaction like, oh, should like totally excommunicate them kind of thing, right? And I was like, look, yeah, end of the day, right? I disagree if that's true what they're doing, so on and so forth, right? Then you know what I mean. But end of the day, like, it's up to me how I want to react in it. People are looking for a certain reaction, and I feel like
Yeah.
why give that to the people? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's fair enough. I mean, I thought people would have learned the way Easy sort of got dragged into it all and how that turned out or whatever. But everyone has their own way of looking at things, innit? It's mad. But that unfolded tonight on Ghosts. I mean, did you catch it all or?
Yeah, yeah. I caught it. I was listening to it. I was, you know what I mean? Just I was busy. I couldn't type in the chat. At the same time, I was, you know what I mean? I was listening. Put it that way. But go on.
Yeah. I thought you was gonna like ask for a link and jump on and put your perspective forward.
Well, it's not like I weren't tempted. You know what I mean? At the same
Yeah,
time, I was out.
man.
I was out. Yeah,
Yeah,
as in like, I was a little bit indisposed. Yeah, I couldn't
yeah,
even type in the chat anyway. But like, I thought, okay, cool. These lot want to do this today. Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got opinions about it. Well, what did you take from it?
I was I was going off what Ghost had said. Do you know what I mean? Because I said to him, you're saying whatever about Tommy. I said, but if you look at Moham Singh from Seats Awareness, he's literally said quite a lot of what Tommy said, but nobody ever says, oh, he's a racist or whatever. And then the next thing, Ghost is coming out with all that, what we've heard, like as if he thinks that Moham Singh is just as bad and all that. And I thought, what? You better have some evidence to back this up because that is a good guy. You know what I mean? That is a good, everything that he's done, in my opinion, he's fucking, you know what I mean, wholesome and good. It's not,
I met Mohan Singh. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Personally. Yeah,
same
yeah.
here.
I've spoken to him personally. You
Yeah,
know, and I actually was a little bit frustrated with you know what I mean, something he basically said in his documentary, right?
yeah,
Uh, basically I pulled him up on that. It was a Q&A session, right? And in the Goodwater. This is years ago when I used to go to sort of there was a group called Basics of Sikhi. You might know about that channel, right? With that guy
mhm,
Jugraj Singh. He went to Speaker's Corner, right?
yeah,
And they got a segment between 6 and 7 o'clock, roughly. And
yeah,
they gave their slot to Mohan Singh to present his, his lecture about the grooming situation, right? And how our community is being targeted and so on, right? Anyway, after that, they done a Q&A, which is like we do a Q&A normally about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Yeah.
yeah,
After the, you know, what I mean, that slot. So they do that in a separate room. And in that Q&A, they were talking about certain things, and that's where I had a discussion with him anyway. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, look, when it come down to it, right? Ghost has brought this up before. Firstly, yeah,
yeah,
this isn't the first time. You know, what I mean, we've talked about it, right? And at the same time, what I noticed before was people were pushing the subject. Certain people, right? I would say they were Muslim people, right? But
Yeah.
certain people that were like on supporting Ghost, for example, right? This is when before this is early days that Ghost was doing his channel. Put it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
People were pushing that subject a lot, and they were pushing it on me as well. All right, and I thought, okay, and I did talk about it. I've talked about it on Ghost's channel, so we've actually done a kind of show about it. Can't
Yeah.
exactly remember. I think it was in more detail probably than what he presented today. But what was interesting was why did they present it today? That was interesting to me. That's why I just wanted to sit back and listen
Yeah.
and see what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Because I just wanted to see, you know what I mean, like what you know, what the reasons, you get me? Like how's this show gonna, go on, right? It's just I just saw a Dookie and Ghost, right, on the
Yeah.
panel. I don't think anybody else was there at the time. Yeah, you because you
Sakina was. I don't know if she
I don't
dipped
think she
out or
was. Yeah, she might have dropped out, right?
Mm.
Because earlier on in the show she was there.
Yeah.
So even if she was there, I didn't hear her speak about it at all, right?
No.
So I mean
Can
that
I
says
hear Becca's opinion on that, to be fair?
yeah, no, definitely, definitely.
Up to now, everything I've heard Becca say is like bang on what you'd hope to hear or whatever.
Yeah, I'm a big
She-
fan of Becca. I'm a
yeah,
big
she's
fan. I mean,
diamond in the rough, isn't she? Definitely.
dude, I don't know about that. I think she's a diamond. I
Yeah,
don't know about the rough.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe the accent could do a bit of polishing.
No, I mean from where you found her, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't expect it kind of thing. I
Nah,
think
she's
a lot of the
brilliant.
stuff that she comes out with, people are a bit like, oh, I didn't expect her to say that. And it's refreshing. Do you know what I mean? It's like a breath of
Oh no,
fresh air.
100%, dude. Trust me. Like I remember listening to Becca on the G Block on her own. I was like, I hope nobody jumps on because she could keep her show running all fucking day. She's
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
And yeah, I was at work and I was just listening to her just chat about whatever, and
Yeah,
like it's just her aura. You know what I mean? She's just
yeah,
so
yeah.
freaking a natural speaker. You know what I mean?
Same again.
So
I've had a chat with Becca for a couple of hours or whatever. I think it was on Easy's actually. But
yeah, she's
tell
so
her
easy
that I
to
was in
talk to,
mind.
man. She could
Yeah,
hold a conversation with anyone. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
And she's like, you know what I mean? She's happy to like air her opinion or whatever, which is a lot of people are like shook from it. It's like, oh, people might not look too good on, about me on it or whatever. And it's like, that's your opinion, voice it, be proud of it. Do you know what I mean? Some people will like it, some people won't. That's the way of the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's one of them. The way that people, especially on Ghost's channel or whatever, and G Block at times or whatever, if you just call everyone racist and all that, you're literally stripping the power from the word. And then when someone is racist, you think, well, not asked. Everyone gets called racist, so they can slip through the net. Do you know what I mean? It takes
Yeah,
the power away from it.
so that's a tricky one, right? But look,
Mm.
similarly, yeah, it's the same thing with the grooming thing, right? Like
Yeah,
literally, like again, I even said this, right? Tommy would get a hell of a lot more traction and a lot more popularity and a lot less backlash if he just went across the board and didn't just go for a certain minority group. Do you know what I mean? Because that makes him look racist, right? In terms of like just going for Muslims, right? You go for all pedophiles, don't give a fuck, da 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 da, blatantly, yeah, like
yeah.
across the board, yeah. Then, yeah, you're gonna get, you know, the notoriety and everything else. Hold
But I
on,
mean, I spoke about all the
we
preach
got somebody,
stuff and that.
we might have a porn bomber here. Hold on a second, let's see what going.
Yo, walk on.
Yo,
Don't
what's
try
going
run now, cuz. Don't run now, fam.
Evening, Villa.
Yeah, bruv.
I'm starstruck, bro.
Walk on.
I got belly on my panel, bro. Fucking starstruck.
Easily pleased.
Yeah, B. The racist whisperers in the building, bitch. Oh, go on. So what's going on, man? What are you balling about, man?
I'm just
Yeah.
talking about what happened on Go.
What happened?
He's
Yeah.
talking about, you know, the guy, what's his name, Mohinder Singh, yeah, the guy who basically was supporting Tommy with the, you know, the grooming thing, innit? And yeah, so he basically pulled up something that he said that was kind of racist, yeah. And yeah, like, well, it's more about complexion. It's like that. What do you call it? Complexionism, or if
Yeah,
that's
that's what I took from it. That's what I took
you know,
from it.
at the same time, you could look at it as racist. I mean, you know, I mean, if Kale was here right now, he'd be like, "Yeah, definitely racist." I mean, you lot
Yeah,
don't like, you don't like dark skinned people. But look, that comment was well out of order, bro. Then I don't know what the problem is.
Oh,
Like,
is
in
that what he
terms,
said? He don't like dark skinned people.
nah, he said he basically said, yeah, freaking. So he said, yeah, this guy groomed the girl, and he said, how the fuck did this guy? This ain't verbatim, yeah, but like, how the hell does this guy like? How did this girl like the guy? He's like dark skin. You get me? Basically, yeah. He compared him to like
Well, he used a word that none of us even. Well, you
Uh,
might.
yeah, he used the word tava, right?
Yeah.
A tava is basically what we, you know, what we cook our roti on. So what we cook roti
Yeah.
on, yeah, it's a tava, and that's black. It's black iron, yeah. So he
Yeah.
said he's like dark as a tava, right? He's like, how could he like it? How could you know, anyone like him? So that to me is racist. And that is like, you know, one of the two things that I disagree with him on, right? Or three things, yeah. But like him joining Tommy, that's one of them. Yeah. And that phrase there, that was, you know, apart from that, the work that he does is freaking brilliant. You know what I mean? He's a hardworking man. He helps victims of grooming all the time. You
Yeah,
know,
he's had them for years and years. He's well respected across the board.
of course he is. You know what I mean? I'm not going to discredit him for that. Just that comment though alone, yeah. And him
But would
kicking back.
you justify that comment enough for Ghost to come out of all the shit that he come out with, racist, fucking, like, he's been basically making out he was Tommy Robinson, but with a turban, and I thought, what? How are you reaching to this? I can understand what you're saying with Tommy or Britain First and whatever, but he's not nothing like that, nothing at all. The
Yeah.
guy is as good as you could hope for, in my opinion,
I
anyway.
mean, dude,
Wait,
I
hold on.
think
Did you just say Tommy Robinson's racist? Oh my
No, but
dude.
people make out like,
Confession season.
no, you're twisting it. You'll find racist in your cornflakes, you Villa. Funny as fuck.
It's confession season, isn't it, man? It weren't my words, bro.
The
You know.
racism that goes on your
Hey,
panel.
Den, you know, it's all recorded, bro. We can play it back. Oh, shit.
For me, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Tommy's not perfect. I've never claimed he is. You know what I mean? He's not Muhammad, and I don't think, considering he's the perfect man, I don't think he's perfect either. When you line up the two, you've had loads of Muslims say, oh, when Tommy's the face of your movement, it's like, well, who's the face of yours? Was his wife 6? And if it is, that's a problem for me and for a lot of people.
yeah,
So
but that's kind of like debatable.
But
You know
that's
what I mean?
every Muslim in the world, though, isn't it? Like, so
it's not my problem. That's their problem, isn't it?
even
To me, if you're
even
going to
the
join an ideology, do you know what I mean? Be proud of what it is about. You can't,
Yeah, but
when someone brings something up that's factually correct, you can't dry up, oh, you're a racist. What race? Muslims are not a race. Islam's not a race. What the fuck are we doing here?
no.
yeah, but we didn't say I didn't say nothing about racism then. We
No,
just
no.
talking about
In
like
general.
you just said about. I was saying that right, even the Muslims that you like or the people that you get on with, their profit's still the same profit as the Muslims that you don't get on with.
Yeah, but realistically, these days, the more recent generations, are they that bothered about Islam? Not really. Same as the Christians, they're not really going to church and all that shit. A lot of people don't bother with religion, but if you're born into it, it's like my mate or whatever. Growing up, he's just been one of the lads or whatever. He's been seeing some white girl for about 6 years, and then all of a sudden his dad said, oh, you need to get married or whatever. He just got fucked off to Pakistan. You've got to pick between 3 birds you've never met them once, and then the next thing you get married. It's like, what the fuck? Some of the shit that goes on, it's like, I don't get why if you don't believe in it, you're not whatever. do your own
Ain't
thing.
that
You know?
more family tradition than religion, though? That
I
was
don't
more his family tradition thing, innit? Like they
don't
wanted it, his family or whatever wanted him to get married to like a Pakistani girl, probably from Pakistan or whatever.
His dad must have got a good deal on the dowry or something, because it was the one he'd left for the one he ended up with. It's like, what the fuck is going on there? Not good. Madness. But yeah, for me, it's not all. You know what I mean? It's the people that have been born here and grew up here and gone through this school systems and all that. They're not mad into it like that or whatever. In any religion, do you know what I mean? They're more asked about making money, doing this, doing that, just having a fucking life or whatever. But for the people that are coming across here illegally, they want the full strength ISIS, fucking chop your head off, full flavour Islam. That's what they want. So for the people that are here and growing up and they don't want that and they're just happy to attend a mosque now and again, you know what I mean? They're going to get pushed out. Becca speaking out against all that or whatever, you know what I mean? Maximum respect to her for that. She must get shit for it or whatever. But it's bang on.
For what though?
You know what I mean? We shouldn't be allowing illegals here from anywhere. It doesn't matter what colour they are, doesn't matter what race they are. If we're over full and everything is fucked to capacity, schools, housing, fucking hospitals, waiting list for everything. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. If you ain't got room for it, you ain't got room for it. You can't just keep going, right, well, we'll just keep building and keep building and keep building. You know what I mean? You fucking the infrastructure up, which fucks it up for our kids, their kids, and so on.
But it's not the refugees' fault why they're not building enough infrastructure. It's the governments that's in place, right? So, like, at least for the last 40 years, while we've been going through austerity, there's just been billionaires just being created, and the government debts were even higher. So
I was keep bringing more people in and help us. It's not going to affect the 1%, is it? The people that have got enough money to do whatever they want. It's not going to affect them, but it's going to affect us and our kids and their kids, isn't it? Our kids.
Yeah, but attacking the people that's come for help isn't the way to get this issue solved, though. That's the point I'm making to you. Letting the people who are supposed to be doing what they're supposed to be doing, holding them to account is really the way to get the issue solved.
Well, yeah, but that would have like involved unity, and people don't seem to want to go down that road or whatever.
No, but obviously, because you better, bro, listen.
Yeah.
You guys have a protest against asylum seekers, against flipping Muslims, against this one, against that one, and rah. Instead of holding protests against these dudes that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, innit? Like, that would really solve a lot of the other issues that the rest of the people are complaining about, right?
Yeah, but we could say the same about the left. Why are they not doing that?
But they do.
Such as what?
They hold government protests. They hold unity rallies.
I've never really seen that. Nothing that's like been big or whatever. It's one of them. If you
they hold
I've always
unite against racism. They hold anti-fascism rallies.
No, they
hold rallies where they're calling out the government for the stuff like for keep selling arms to Israel, even though a country like Spain's refused to sell arms to Israel, and even Germany right now because of what's going on in Gaza.
All the people you've just listed are generally they'll do a demo because you're doing a demo to oppose whatever. Even when it's down to fucking parents against grooming, they'll stand there and oppose you. I've got it on video. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are you opposing? We're here because the parents need educating.
You just said unity, right?
Yeah.
Then when I'm speaking about people with unity, you're saying, yeah, but they're going to every protest. So it's like you want unity with Tommy Robinson's style of whatever he thinks is good, and fuck anyone else's issues or whatever. Everyone else is looking at all the other issues saying that that's what they're protesting against.
You can Google it yourself. Manchester United Against Hate. You can Google it yourself. I think Tommy was one of 2 white people on the stage out of about 8 people from all different ethnicities, race, whatever. And it was about all sorts of shit, but mainly the government, the lack of fucking action from the government or whatever. And that attracted people from all races. This is what I mean. Manchester's not like London. London seems to like build on racism or whatever. Manchester's not like that at all. It's nothing like that.
No, London's not filled with racism though. Like in London, people were more mixed than whatever, innit? Like because, like you saw, when it come down to instead of people coming out to single out like asylum seekers and immigrants that have come to fulfill jobs or whatever, they was protesting, standing together, saying like, obviously we ain't coming to single out these people because they're not the issue. Like if you've either come here for help or you've come here to fulfill a role in society, how can you be the issue?
No, but it's a mad one the way you look at it or whatever. It's like there is channels to come here. People, your parents, grandparents, Trilla's grandparents, whatever, would have all gone through them channels. So there is channels to go through. There's nobody making them, putting a gun at their head and going,
nah, my parents are not asylum seekers, right? Trilla's parents ain't asylum seekers, innit? So they wouldn't have gone through the same channels as an asylum seeker. Asylum seeker is legally allowed to make their way through different countries to whatever country they want to claim asylum in, innit? Because they're claiming
not
asylum
illegal,
for the safe, legally.
Yeah, but they come in here illegally. That's the problem. They're not going through.
No, asylum seekers are not illegal. That's why they don't get arrested at the border.
No, but it's an
they just go to a processing centre.
It's an illegal
to get processed.
Nah, it's an illegal.
It's not illegal.
That's why it's called illegal immigrant.
And an illegal immigrant is someone that doesn't get registered or someone that's refused and stays on or whatever. That's an illegal immigrant. An asylum seeker is not an illegal immigrant.
If it was a legal immigrant, we'd call it that, please. Illegal immigrant.
No. Asylum seekers are not illegal immigrants.
Google
it yourself, innit? Or whatever search engine you use. Go to the government website. Go to the actual government website, and type in "Are asylum seekers illegal immigrants?" and you get the answer there, innit? Because no asylum seeker has been arrested for crossing the channel in a dinghy. Do you get that then? Like no asylum seeker has been arrested for crossing the channel in a dinghy.
Yeah,
they have to claim asylum in the UK.
Then they're allowed to choose where they want to claim asylum, bro. Forgive me. They're allowed to travel.
Yeah, but
through all those areas.
They're allowed to do that, but then you're supposed to go through the channels, not like.
Yeah, but they're allowed to do that. They're allowed to choose.
Yeah, but that is the channel.
No.
That's the channel that's open at the moment.
No.
That's why they choose that route.
So, like people like Hector, how did he get here? He didn't come on the dinghy, did he?
He's not an asylum seeker. Hector's not an asylum seeker.
Well, yeah, economic migrant, isn't it? But it's one of them. If you want to come from another country, there's legal means to do so. There's no reason to put yourself in a dinghy and chance your life.
But then it sounds like you're trying to.
Yeah, you're talking about. You keep confusing an immigrant, a migrant worker, a student someone with a student visa, someone with a actual exchange visa from a safe country, and asylum seeker that is claiming asylum from wherever the country they come from. If they haven't got a safe route of passage, they have to get to the country they're claiming asylum in.
But there is a safe route of passage. This is what I'm saying. There is.
Like what? Okay, what's a safe route of passage from Sudan to the UK?
Boat, plane, bring your passport, job done. This is what it is. Don't throw it in the
get a plane from what airport? The Sudan's actually at war. Did you know Sudan's actually at war?
How did they get from there to here to begin with then?
So what airport did they get? What airport did they go to?
Did they swim? How did they get here?
What airport did they go to? Because you said they just go airport, right? What airport did they go to?
Well,
and what flight can they get from Sudan to London?
Well, most of them are crossing from France. There's an airport in France, isn't there? It's not hard. They could get a ferry. But they choose not to
get a ferry.
To throw their ID away into the sea and come across in a boat, chancing their lives.
Okay, yeah, but you just saying people are throwing that idea away. Like, what have you got in like any sort of
It's
hard
been,
evidence to show that there's like
it's been
that
put
every
out,
asylum seeker that come here has thrown their idea away? Like,
it's been put out years ago. Yeah?
no, because there's asylum seekers that's coming with their IDs as well.
Yeah, there might be some, but mainly they haven't, and they haven't for obvious reasons. It's one of them. We shouldn't want, me, you, Triller, none of us should want unchecked illegals here. They could be murderers, they could be rapists, they could
But
be
then an asylum seeker's not unchecked though. They get processed when they arrive. The illegal immigrants don't get processed. Those are that's the people that's dangerous, right? Because they don't get checked to see whether who they come from, what their backstory is, what country they're from, what's their name, ID, have they got a fingerprint? Can we take that? Do you know what I'm saying? That they're not even put into the system. But
exactly.
illegal immigrants is what you're talking about. You're not talking about asylum seekers because they go through the processing center. And then over the last 14 years, the Tories have been refusing to process asylum seekers, which has ended up with them commandeering hotels and turning them into government buildings to house refugees and asylum seekers until they get processed.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So the illegals, we should all agree that these people are unchecked and could be terrorists, murderers, rapists, could be anything. We won't know.
They're not illegals. You keep using that word. They're not illegal. He just explained why they're not illegals.
In my right, so if you can't check someone that's coming here, are you happy with them?
I think it would be better to call.
But they get processed, innit? Asylum seekers get processed.
So you keep switching.
An asylum seeker is someone that is trying to claim safety from your government, from their government, innit? So either via their government or people that have power within their government, that their life is in danger, innit? So if they are able to prove that their life is in danger staying in the country they're in, they can claim asylum in your country. So not everyone's gonna get to claim asylum, innit? Some people got refused. Like we literally watched a video on G Block of people who had been refused asylum and sneaked out of the country to go somewhere else. They got on trucks to get out of the country. Like they had been refused, innit?
Yeah. But it's one of them.
And the story, like the milk and honey story, like right, you're just gonna be getting this, that, and the other, wasn't actually true, right? Because while you're waiting for your claim to be processed, if you're in a place that doesn't provide food, then you get like £40 a week. If you're in a place that provides food, then you get like £8 a week. So like between me and you, yeah, I'm sure that you would rather live whatever life you're living now, where you're able to, you got unlimited chances of earnings, right? Because you could earn as much as you want to as little as you can, but you got the freedom to do that.
Are you sure
rather
it's £8
than
a week and not £8 a day?
Nah, I swear it's like £8 a week if you get food. If you get food, bread, if it's bread and breakfast.
That's mental.
£45 a week if not.
Can't even buy a pack of fags for that much. Fucking hell.
No, it's been shown, in it, to get 40 quid a week, which is not a lot or whatever, but it's still money. And
nothing, bro. That is nothing.
They're living free in a hotel and being given all the free meals.
That's lunch, bro.
No, but if you get food, you don't get the £40 a week. You get £8 a week.
I'm sure it's been put out. I'll have to try and dig the video out.
You go on the government website. It's on the government website. It will tell you exactly how much it is.
Yeah. For me, it's one of them. It's the fact that they're unchecked and they could be anything. We don't know. I mean, there is good channels. I don't know if any of you have checked it out. Candid with Lubna. She's a nice Muslim lady and she has all the awkward conversations. Her opinion is very much like Becca's opinion. Do you know what I mean? There's not everyone that's thinking about it.
And what is that? What's the opinion? What's our opinion?
That nobody wants the illegals coming here. They're generally going to be, people from that country that are not wanted there are coming here, and people from that country have said that. You know what I mean? Some people. Are you making a difference between asylum seekers and illegal immigrants, or are you classing asylum seekers as illegal immigrants still? To me, anyone that's come here undocumented, unchecked, in my mind, is an illegal. Otherwise, you would
All
have
right.
gone.
So anyone that's been through the processing center or is currently being housed by the government to be processed is not an illegal immigrant.
I think
Anyone that's here that's overstayed their visa, that's here without being processed, or
anyone
that's
that's
here undocumented. Wait, hold on. Anyone that's here undocumented, yeah, that hasn't been processed, that's not in the asylum center or any of them. So those are the only illegal immigrants. All the people you see, like the people in the hotel where the people were tried to burn it down and that. Those they're not illegal immigrants. They're asylum seekers.
That's your opinion. For me, they're not.
No, it's not. It's that's what the legal terms are. It's not my opinion. It's what the government has deemed them as.
If you've come here on any other access other than a boat or a plane, and I mean like a ferry or a fucking whatever, unless you come here through the legal channels with your passport and documents, then you're illegal. Simple as that. We don't.
Yeah, that's just your opinion, right? That's not what the government states, right? The government states that asylum seekers are not illegal immigrants.
Yeah, but these are treasonous bunch of cunts that are running the country. It has been like that for how long? It don't matter Labour, fucking Conservative, any other shower.
Cool, man. That's your opinion, isn't it? Like I'm not telling you to change your opinion or whatever. I'm just giving you what the legal terms are for an asylum seeker and for an illegal immigrant.
Yeah, but if they're unchecked, right, whatever category you want to class them as.
You keep saying unchecked, yeah? Unchecked is the people that haven't registered and even the people that have overstayed their visa or got their claim refused have still been checked, right? So they've just skipped rather than leaving.
No.
Overstayed and not leave them, and they're illegal immigrants.
Anybody that signed, sorted a visa out, anyone that's come through the legal channels would have had to jump through some hoops and been checked somewhat. I mean, the checks that they do are not worth a wank anyway, but it's better than no checks at all, just washing up on a fucking raft or whatever and claiming asylum.
Basically, literally, anybody in this country is probably more than likely to be a freaking criminal, right? Like you just said, a murderer or rapist or whatever, born and bred in this country, than somebody coming from abroad. But yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I just think then you got your terminology stuck in it, like, and obviously if you was speaking on like a larger platform with, or even legally or whatever, your point wouldn't be made. Like, they wouldn't accept your point, right? So that's why I keep rephrasing the terminologies that you're missing. Asylum seekers are not illegal immigrants.
Fair enough, but for me, we're all aware that there are some people coming here unchecked. They haven't got the passports, they haven't got whatever, and they could be the bad apple from the cart.
Let's talk about the ones that are doing the crimes, right, in this country, that are coming, you know what I mean, unchecked, like you just said, right? That aren't you suspicious of like when people are literally just posting streams and you know, whatever information about those people and nothing else about other criminals across the country which are homegrown?
You never know. It's one of them, Triller. It's one of them. The one that is going to be spoke about and the one that people won't speak about because they're scared of people labelling them racist or
doesn't it look like they're just targeting people coming from abroad?
So is it India you come from or whatever, Triller?
I come from England, mate. I mean, my parents come from India.
I mean your heritage or whatever. Let's say that it was India, he was born there and he was living there or whatever. If you had loads of people coming through there and keep causing terrorism, grooming gangs, whatever, running around raping all the Indian girls.
Mate, my area is fucking lawless, mate. You want to come down sometime, bro? You know what I mean?
No, I'm saying people from other countries coming there doing that.
We got laws there, but like people come from all over, mate. You know what I mean? And they're unchecked and everything else, man. We don't know fucking diddly squat about anybody coming there. And end of the day, people are just there to make money. Do you know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying, though. If you've got people coming there, like the Sikhs, let's use that as an example. The Sikhs came here, they they've all come here to build better lives, this, that, and the other. They're all doing well. They've integrated well in the country. All of a sudden, the girls are getting groomed, which we know about. We're all aware of, or whatever, seeks awareness, etc. The police, the government, whatever. What did they do to help that community? Nothing. Nothing at all. They had to take law into their own hands and ended up in prison.
Oh, now you talk about mob. Now you talk about mob rule. Mob rule is I don't agree with mob rule at all. When it comes down,
to do, Trilla? Do you know what I mean? They tried getting through the legal channel.
Yeah, no, I understand, yeah. So I understand where you're coming from. At the end of the day, back in probably the 70s and 80s, right?
Yeah.
You know, gangs were made, right, to basically protect our people from people like the NFs, from people that were targeting, you know what I mean, our girls, from, you know what I mean, people that are groomers, so on and so forth, right? Like, you know what I mean? There were, and you know, more awareness was made. And I was completely unaware about any of this stuff until, like, what, you know, in the 2000s, right? I didn't know about any of this shit. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know about pedos and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? Like, growing up.
It weren't the NF that was grooming your generation of girls, was it? It was
No, but that's
Muslims.
it. Like, at the end of the day, see, growing up, I've seen examples of it, dude. I dated a woman, like, who told me one of her ex-boyfriends, like, for about a year, didn't tell her that she thought he was a Sikh. Like, this is a woman who's a little bit older than me, by the way, right? So she's about 3 years older than me, and she's dating a guy like in her 30s, right? And she, you know, he's in his 40s, I think, and she thinks that he's a Sikh guy, but he's actually a Muslim guy. And it's only when he dropped his wallet, his ID fell out, she saw his real name. She was like, "You ain't a Sikh guy. What's this?" I was mad, and then he told her, like, "Yeah, but you know what? It is what it is, bro." Like, I don't know if that's grooming per se, but he obviously thought that she wouldn't fucking give him any time of day if
the moment you start lying to some bird pretending he's something else, you know what I mean?
It's like me saying to a girl, "Yeah, you know, I'm a Christian," or something like that. You get me? But I ain't Christian. Like, is that the same thing? It really and truly, like, is that really the same thing?
This is it. To me, anything like that is dodgy, and it went on a lot. I've heard loads of them scenarios. It's fucked up.
See, it's a mad one. Like, grooming thing, right? Again, it's more malicious. You know what I mean? In terms of the way they're doing it and everything else. Like, everything about it is malicious, bruv. Yeah. So that is completely, like, obviously abhorrent, and everyone's totally against that, right? Everybody, right? Like, and yeah, fucking people do need to be aware. You know what I mean? Because again, there are people out there. The ones they're targeting are vulnerable people, basically, innit? Right? Easy targets, isn't it? They're not going to go for somebody who's aware.
But now, these days, in this present moment in time, you try educate your kids to keep themselves like that, and you're committing hate speech or some fucked up shit.
Not at all, not at all. I mean, end of the day, I do feel like it starts at home, right? In terms of protecting your children, like, you know, you do need to educate them. They do, like, Sikh children, for example, right? There is, by the way, like, a lot more a rejuvenation in terms of, like, you know, the way what kids should be doing, as opposed to, like, what we were doing when we grew up, right? Our parents were working all the time. They never really had much time for us, right? Whereas now we got a lot more facilities and a lot more awareness and everything else, right? Like, where kids can learn their prayers, their language, and, do you know what I mean? Stay away from this, you know what I mean? That other life, you know?
You
know, just sort of like being vulnerable.
Hey, Dan, let me ask you a question, guys. You ready, yeah? Yeah, so you see Danny Tomo, yeah? Do you think that he played a role in inciting the Farage rats, the level it went to?
I don't like Danny Tomo in general.
I think he's asking you, then, or is he asking me, or both?
I don't like Danny Tomo in general, to be honest. I don't actually watch his shit, so I've heard people reference to it. I've not watched it myself. I don't follow him. I don't rate him.
So you never saw the rant then?
No.
About
I've heard people reference to it.
We find out he's an asylum seeker. It's going up, going off. So,
to me, Danny Tomo is a bit of a loose cannon.
hey,
I mean,
Shuler, you banned the wrong comment, bro. You banned Phil. You in?
What did he say? No, he said no. Yeah, no, he typed in a shit comment. Did I ban him though?
The other dude's surname is something rapist, cuz.
Yeah, that was him that made that comment, no?
No,
He said one man grooming gang, is something like that.
I've got a 3-minute video where
I ain't having that. Fuck that. Yeah, I'll unblock you. I'll unban you in my own time, bro. Fuck that.
see what make this video. See what make this video. It's literally 3 minutes long.
I just tried to time him out. I didn't even mean to ban him.
Play it now, yeah?
Still.
Play a video, bro.
28 quid and then grant the claim silent. Why? Yeah. Why can't they claim? Why can't they visit the country for £28, travel and pay for £28, come, i.e. on a holiday, and then claim asylum? Why can't they do that? I don't have this information. Well, you do have this information. Why can't they do that? I can't suppose why they do that. Is it perhaps, do you think, because if they come legally and produce a passport and documents that our authorities, our border control, know exactly who these people are, where they're from, and any activities illegal?
Hey, pause a sec.
In the past.
Good.
Is that 30p Lee in Calais?
Is it what?
30p Lee.
I don't know. I just grabbed it from somewhere and copied it. I think it was on Facebook originally. It's from about 2 years ago.
That's Lee. What's his last name again? What's Lee's last name again? The Conservative MP. I mean, not Reform MP. He's a Reform MP.
I've not got a clue over there. I've got a clue. Don't do politics, man.
Yeah, he's a Reform MP still, and he went to Calais and was trying to interview asylum seekers, like sort of one of those leading questions in the interview sort of style, like he's doing there, innit? Yeah, but like again, even what he's saying is just strange, innit? Because it's the UK have signed up to like a United Nations charter where they've agreed to the movement of the asylum seekers or whatever in it, and then obviously the things to do with there's his name, 30p Lee Anderson. There you go. Yeah, big up wee man. With the so the freedom of movement for asylum seekers to go from their country to whatever destination they're trying to claim asylum in, innit? And the majority of asylum seekers go to other countries. They don't actually go to the UK as well, right? So if the Tories weren't messing about with sorting out the asylum claims, and even France offered to build a processing centre in Calais, but they instead chose to pay them to watch the beach instead and stop the boats. And you know how that's gone, right? So it's really been the UK government's that's had the major knock-on effects that you're seeing with the numbers of people, unprocessed asylum seekers, that's waiting, having long waits. That's been a knock-on effect from the government, right? That because they've not been processing the claims or not even been taken to.
I think that's one thing that everybody would agree on, that it's generally the government that's the main factor in most of the problems that we're dealing with. I think that's the one thing.
That's why I don't. But why don't you aim? Why does it seem like you're not aiming your shots at the government? It seems like it's aimed at the people that's trying to get help, innit? Like it seems like the way they label that fighting age males.
Did you watch the video that I tagged you with of the Fabian Society? If that's not attacking the root of the problem, I don't know what is. Nobody else has done that.
What's the Fabian Society? Sorry, I didn't see that video that you tagged me in, you know.
I'll tag you in it again. Fabian Society was. Was it today?
Was it today?
6 months arrest. 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 6 months arrest No, it's a couple of years back. A citizen's arrest on.
No, I'm saying, did you tag me in it today? Sorry.
No, it's probably about 3 weeks ago, something. 3, maybe 4 weeks, something like that. But I'll tag you in it again so you can get your own measure of it or whatever. That was literally confronting them in the Fabian Society and putting forward all the evidence, whatever. The police took it on board. The only reason they've not run with it or whatever is because there's lack of public support for it. Simple as that. Other than that, there's a case there for charges that include treason for Khan, Kay, can't remember, there's about 5 people or whatever on the list.
Treason, what?
All sorts of shit, tons of shit. Police have literally took it all on board. Yeah, they took it all on board and everything. It's just one of them. There's not enough public support for it. To me, if everybody could agree on shit and actually build some fucking unity of some sort, we could do something. Do you know what I mean? It's still a live case. It needs public support, but everyone's just fighting, doing this, doing that, calling each other labels, and nothing gets done.
So what would you like to see done, bruv? Like, what is the thing? Because again, like, look, you got, you know what I mean? I don't know who Flip Flop is, but you know, what I mean, end of the day, you're saying you're just racist. I mean, your rhetoric does sound a lot like Jupiter's and Wendy's, generally speaking, from what you've been saying.
Like what? Name one thing, one statement that I've ever said that's racist.
That is racist.
What's racist?
Again, it just sounds like right, you got a problem with immigrants, and the thing is, right, you're using the immigration problem as an excuse here right now, right? Or you know what I mean, to portray your racism. That's
right.
And left-leaning MPs.
If I go to bed tonight and a burglar breaks in my house, yeah, and then I ring police and say burglar in my gaff, he's coming here illegally, I want him out. Am I going to have a big problem if they say, well, you know, he's set foot on your carpet now, so technically he's, do you know what I mean? He's allowed there.
So what, you saying that Nigel Farage shouldn't be arrested for treason, giving you like false hope on the Brexit thing, innit? Like John Major even said, yeah, it weren't supposed to be no waiting 5, 10, 15 years for the good times to roll in. It's supposed to be milk and honey from day one, innit? Like, bro, Brexit's done. Next week, we get extra money on NHS. We get extra money for science. We get waiting list cuts, housing times cuts down, so and so. But no, that's not actually happened. None of that happened.
I put anyone that votes after that day forward. It's like, why do you keep voting for some shit that you know? It's one of them. They let us vote. We won our vote. They've not fulfilled their part of it. We're still paying the EU all that fucking money every day. The first thing we do every morning is send a check to the EU. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like you say, all them things we could, you know, alleviate or whatever. We've not had that chance to do that. We would be in a much better position than we are now.
No, we wouldn't though, because the Tories have proven, right, if they had their way, we would be out of that whole European courts and everything else, right? And we would just literally, you know, humanitarian law and all that, yeah, we'd be out of that from the European courts in that regard. We could just make up our own shit.
You've got no watcher for the watchers. Right now, that means we're paying. If you come out of the ECHR,
realistically,
if you come out of the ECHR and then the other is it? I can't remember that there's another European courts thing, yeah.
Iceland have never been in the EU and they manage fine. So if they can, we can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, UK's not Iceland though, man.
Yeah, we're better than Iceland, obviously.
Why are we better?
Iceland's got like fucking. Is it Iceland's like Denmark and them Scandinavian countries, right? With the
majority of
they got the prisons with no walls and all them shits.
Majority of a certain demographic.
We're in a much better position than they are, aren't we?
Right, better position, yeah, economically, probably, yeah. But at the same time,
then what though?
So
I don't know about ISIS
very
economics.
multicultural, but we're very multicultural compared to, like, you know,
Yeah.
those other countries.
yeah, this is what I mean. We are I'd say the most multicultural country in the fucking world.
And that's what I think that's what I think makes this
Yeah, but
country.
bro, listen, yeah. You see that part there. Yeah? This is what always why we always push back about when people say sort of stuff like that, right? Because just saying it like the least racist doesn't mean that it's not racist, right? It's still, do you know what I'm saying? Like the least racist is still a bit racist, right? It's like that doesn't mean it's not racist, right?
If it was that
So-
racist, people wouldn't be chancing their lives to get here, in my opinion.
Yeah, but they would though, man. They would though. Car people go to places that are
Why?
worse than England, innit? So
Why would you try to get away from? If you genuinely trying to escape whatever,
listen, yeah,
hard
it's
life.
like you're not even acknowledging what I said anyway, yeah? Is the least racist still racist?
Well, what, going with your logic, let's say it is, or whatever. Maybe it is, or whatever. Let's say it is anyway, for the sake of it. It's still the least racist. So out of all the choices of all over the world, we're still the best because we're least racist.
Yeah, all right, then they're the best, but like you just want to skip past it and just skip to be like, yeah, but we're still the best, and that's really why the least, yeah, some the other issues or whatever never get solved or whatever, innit, Carl, man? You want to concentrate on what you feel is important, but skip over what other people feel is important.
No, what's important is we're all
So
equal.
that's where the unity don't really
No
work.
matter what colour you are,
You have
what
to be
race
like
you are.
Danny Roscoe and actually really want to like don't give no shits about
No,
any
what
sort
other country
of
can
other
you
people,
go to now? What other country can you get in a little boat and go to and be equal to everyone else?
It's really equal. Yeah, asylum seekers ain't just equal to everyone else.
Well, they are once
They start at the bottom.
They are once they brought in and they're now given a UK passport and all that shit. They can do anything
That's
I can do, you can do.
that means that means they're actually like they've been granted asylum then.
Yeah,
So
yeah. At that point, it is what it is. Other than that, fucking hell. Do you know what I
then
mean?
they get the same rights as a citizen then, isn't it? Like
Where
so
else?
what, should they get
There's
set?
not many-
Yeah, but bro,
there's
that's
not many
what you
other
mean, where
places
else?
you can do that.
In the other places that you can claim asylum, in it, like obviously people from citizens from the EU countries can't claim asylum in other EU countries, isn't it? So
Yeah, but where can we go to and do the same as you would get given here, realistically? Nowhere.
you can claim asylum. Of course you can. You can claim asylum in other countries, isn't it? Like if your country, if you actually have threat from your government, like
So if I get a little thing,
what's his name? What's his name? Claimed asylum in. What's his name's claimed asylum in fucking in Russia to Bamba Clout. What are you talking about? Under Putin, because he was going to get taken out by the. What was his name? He
Did he
exposed the
arrive on the
NSA being able to turn on your cameras on your smartphone and your smart TVs and all that.
Did he arrive on a dinghy? Or
Edward Snowden.
was he put up in a nice hotel and everything paid for? Or whatever?
What are you
No.
talking about, bro? That's not how asylum seekers are living, is it? The asylum seekers are living in those places. They're not actually hotels right now, innit? There's like four
Yeah,
men
they
up in one room and shit.
They are hotels, of course, yeah.
No, but it's not it's not.
No, but it's not actually a hotel right now, innit? It's a government building at the moment.
Not getting 4-star service.
It's like an asylum seeker processing center,
Exactly.
and the food's probably shit as well that they're eating. Man. It's not like you see. Hey, did you see the pricing of the food in the House of Commons? This is what I keep trying to say. It's like it's weird why you keep aiming at the poorest in the world rather than aiming at the people that's actually taking the piss out of everyone.
You're assuming
The people at the top are taking the piss, bro.
You're assuming that these people coming here are poor, but yet they're paying.
What, an asylum seeker?
They're paying.
Hey, bro, listen. Would you would you travel across this continent to get to another country to claim asylum just for no reason? Like your life's decent right now, yeah. Do you have any reason to just leave and go and claim asylum in another country?
Are they smuggling them over for free, or are they charging them over £4,000 a time, fella? So they're not poor then, are they? If they've got $4,000 about them.
Who? The asylum seekers.
People that are
Asylum
coming
seekers
on
can't be paying people traffickers.
Of course they are. It's big business, fella. Everyone knows about it. It's literally hot topic.
And if it is they're paying them, yeah, they're gonna have to pay them in some super long drippage, bro, because man can't go work.
No, it don't work like that. People have been
Asylum
caught
seekers can't work.
banditting people, and with the cash and everything, they're being paid to move people, whether it's by truck, by boat, whatever. That's the business. It's a business, fella. So they're not like doing it on tick or whatever. They're having to pay. Here's my money. Put me on that shitty boat, and let's see if I fucking can get to there. Once I get there, I can earn whatever, and I can hopefully get asylum or whatever. That's exactly what's happening. It's been happening for years.
All right, then. Let's say that all that's true. Then you think that a man is living homeless in France, rustling up $4,000 to get to UK, to get £8 a week or £40 a week, and that's their milk and honey, yeah? Getting £40 a week in a hotel, that's not even a hotel no more.
Was they not safe when they was there accumulating money though, Villa? Why did they actually need to come here?
Yeah, but I actually don't know if that's true though, innit? Because you're saying that these men are paying like $4,000 a head to get over.
Cool.
I don't know what the prices are.
It's like $4,000 a person. People have been paying or whatever. So it's one of them. While they was in France and they're accumulating money one way or another, whether they're begging it, stealing it, saving their fucking money, whatever. Was they not safe there? Why didn't they just crack on with a life there? They've already left 8, 9, 10 countries behind.
You can claim asylum in any country, any of the countries you choose to claim asylum in it. People can choose to claim asylum in the UK.
So the whole world
it's an equal right to do that.
So the whole world then tomorrow could think, I want to come to England, and we're just going to take them all over.
No, that can't happen though. The whole world can't claim asylum in the UK. European countries can't claim asylum in other European countries, right? Like EU countries. So
anywhere that people can come from, if they all wanted to just think, oh, I'd rather go there.
You know what? Hey, then listen, yeah. This is why it's mad having a conversation with you, yeah. Because it's like, bro, I'm saying stuff to you, yeah. You're not acknowledging it and just keep going on with the same point that you're trying to make, even though, like, I'm working with what the government's saying. I'm asking you to check government statistics and this, that, and the other. Yeah. You don't want to do that. You just want to carry on with whatever direction that you're going in. Are you really trying to learn, or are you just trying to just stick with just whatever narrative you've got already? Because you can find out all the questions that you're asking. Yeah, you can literally find out the answers to them on the government website. Because I've looked up. That's why I'm saying the stuff that I'm saying, right? Because we've had all these different conversations on G Block previously. So for me to even have anything to reply back with, I'm going to have to find out what it actually says you can and can't do. Like, my family didn't come here as asylum seekers. So I don't know what the rules are for asylum seekers and how asylum seekers are getting here or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so my family's journey to the UK is not the same as an asylum seeker's family to the UK. It's not even the same as say nowadays economic migrants' journey to the UK or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it was like old style. It would have been like an old style still, like, so.
Yeah, people that was invited under the Windrush that came through the correct channels. There is a very big difference between that period of time and where we are now.
Yeah, asylum seekers are legally allowed to claim asylum in the UK though, bro. So
yeah, but that's madness, isn't it? That's just a stupid government fucking incentive or whatever. For what reason? Do you know what I mean? It makes
that's why you should be campaigning for safe routes, because safe routes means that the thing is at least dry up. Yeah, but people traveling in the back of trucks and all that dries up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
there already is safe routes, fella. So you've got to think in your head, if it's cheaper to do it the safe, normal, legal channel, why are they paying that amount of money to come here?
No, I'm saying you should be campaigning for the government to be opening up safe routes of passage for the what's it called, yeah? Yes, brother, bless you. Opening up safe routes of passage for the what's it called, isn't it? For the asylum seekers. So it stops things like them having the fucking jungle in Calais. That means for the people that's going to the other European countries, to places like America or wherever they're going to. You might be going to China, Japan, whatever, India, Africa, wherever they're going to, or whatever. Yeah, a safe routes of passage for asylum seekers. So, like these illegal traffickers or whatever, it makes it harder for them to get things through or whatnot. You hear me? But
If I was claiming
No,
asylum
but
in India, I'd
look
be
at
the
it
last place.
look at it logically. Look at it logically, Villa. If they could come here cheaper, I mean, that video that I was trying to play then or whatever shows that an illegal immigrant could come from France to here for £28. Why are they paying £4,000 to come in a dinghy? Why would they do that? If they're all about coming
I
here
don't know.
to, oh, use your
I don't
head.
know that they are paying for the £4,000, yeah, or
Well,
whatever.
let's assume they
Yes, but
are.
bless you, yeah, bless God.
There's plenty
Yeah,
of
yeah,
evidence to
yeah.
show that they
See
are.
that, fuck.
Let's assume
Yeah.
that they are, because the evidence seems to prove that that's the case. Why would they do that? Would you pay
Well,
£28?
what you think about it like this, yeah? Well, why would you pay £28
Yeah.
or pay £4,000? Which one would you pay?
£28 and come on a fucking
So
legal
why
means.
wouldn't you think that they would rather just pay the £28?
Thinking the only way I could think of it that way is because they're probably illegal, and if they did get checked, they wouldn't.
Yeah, because
come through
if
the
you've got a
normal.
passport from a country that you need a visa to apply to your government to
Yeah.
get the visa, but your life is in danger via the government, then you can't apply for the visa, right?
No, but by the time they get to France, that danger's gone. There's about fucking
No,
10
but
countries.
you still can't. You have to get the visa from your government to travel through France to whatever country you're getting to.
Yeah, but you're safe in France, aren't you? If you're safe in France, it is what it is, isn't it? If you're safe, you're safe.
No, but that's
If you're
not it though. It's like they're claiming asylum where they're actually legally allowed to claim asylum, right? So the people that are claiming asylum in France, they go to France and claim asylum in France. More people claim asylum in France than they do in the UK. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So the people that's going passing through France to get to the UK, like the majority of them that are just asylum seekers or whatever, if it's a government reason why they can't get a visa to travel to the UK, or what their issue is in it, why they're going to get killed or this, that and the other, then that's why they wouldn't take the £28 route, because they haven't got the right documents to get through the gates when you're getting on the ferry, right? It's not like a bus where you just got an ICE card and you tap in it, and the bus driver might or might not say something if you don't tap. Do you know what I'm saying? It's an actual thing where your passport's going to get stamped going
it's
through.
literally a formality. If you've got a passport, you just jump on a ferry and you're early. But
Yeah, but on that point though, Veli, about more people claim asylum in France than they do in the UK. I mean, there's a massive channel that they go across before they can claim asylum in the UK, right? So that is probably the biggest deterrent from that happening. I mean, if it was a lot easier to gain access to this country, there probably might be more.
It's just there more people claim asylum in Germany than they do in France.
Germany's a decent country, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
So
it's one of them.
that's the point, isn't it? Man thinks small term, and just at the people that you feel like, obviously, you can see what you feel like is guided or whatever news feeds you're tuned into.
I would be way happier.
So you feel like it's local, right? But
I would be much happier.
Hold on a sec here.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec, actually. Yeah, sorry, brother. Yeah, was that obviously if you're looking locally at your own little news feeds and things that are sort of giving you like cognitive biases about how you think
the treatment,
things going downhill and all that sort of stuff there, then you won't even know about the different numbers of asylum seekers that are going to other countries or whatever as well. Like I was saying, there's more asylum seekers going to Germany and even Spain or whatever than there is to the UK.
If they knew the truth about the processing in this country, they probably would have come here. It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, they literally haven't been processing for 14 years then. That's why there's so much people in these air quotes hotels and other places.
I get that, but we're the smallest country out of all the countries that you've named up to now. We can't cope the way that Germany can. We ain't got the land or the fucking or the means.
Mate, we've got the land. You're talking about infrastructure, but I
Yeah,
get what you're
there is
No.
actually space or whatever as well. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but the government are refusing. Yeah, because like I think over 85% of the UK hasn't actually been built on it, so there is actually large areas which they
we
could
don't want to
redevelop
build
in
on
it.
it
But
all, it's
due to
into a concrete block. England,
yeah, but
people
also
come here for it's green belt and all that. They don't want to build over it all and turn everything
yeah, you don't
brown
have to
belt.
build in the green belts. They could build the brown belts and grey belts as well, innit? And they could actually build like whole new towns and cities, extended of towns and
They're gonna
cities
do it.
on marshlands and
Let's
places
build
that are actually where the
Who's paying
ground
for
would be going to waste and actually rotting out, not sites of
Right,
beauty
so
in it. All the places that are
Wales-
nice and sites
In
of beauty. or
Wales now,
whatever.
they're building a £20 million complex to house people that have come here through dodgy measures or whatever. £20 million, that's just one little thing in Wales. Who's paying for that?
Taxpayers' money, bruv. Where else?
Right, so we're all paying for people that are just deciding to come here.
Well, better
What
than
point in time-
fucking silly little Rwanda schemes that never come into fruition, bruv.
Yeah, but
And
at what point in
other
time can you? At what point in time can you go, right? Okay, we've been very charitable. We took however many from this country, that country, this country, whatever. We're now full. We haven't got anywhere
Yeah.
else to fucking build or give money out. Public purse is fucking
Because it's not
empty.
that, because that's not true, right? That's why. The reason why there isn't enough properties built and all them sort of stuffs there is more to do with bureaucracy and UK laws rather than to do with anything to do with the European Union, ECHR, the Court of Human Rights, the European one, European Court of Human Rights, or any of that sort of Brexit talk that anyone tried to finesse the voters with or whatever. It's literally all to do with UK. The UK could set the quotas of housing that they could build. The UK could. All the different other European countries updated their infrastructure, their public services, transport, the roads, the buses, the undergrounds, hospitals, schools, housing, all that sort of stuff there, and they all still was part of the EU, the European Union, ECHR, and so and so, so and so. So it's the UK governments that didn't do that stuff.
The Tories mainly for 14 years.
No, it's actually both of them. You know, it's even Labour as well. Yeah, Labour
Labour
slacked as well,
won't they,
but
mate?
Tories
No
had the
difference,
majority of time
They were
to
Labour
carry out
council.
these things, and they never.
Yeah, they were Labour
But
council.
Labour still didn't.
Power,
No,
yeah.
I mean even when Labour was in power, the first time when they built in the bureaucracy to stop building houses and make sure the government was involved was when Labour was in power in the 70s. Then in the 80s, it was Margaret Thatcher's season. Then obviously after that, Tony Blair. Then back to Tories for God knows how long, and then now we're just back to Labour. So
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, the way it's working, you've got people that are coming here, they're only allowed to, well, they're not allowed to work, they're only having 40 quid a week or whatever, and then they're using other people's IDs to go working, doing delivery and all this shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, nothing's working to our benefit. Any money they get, they're sending abroad to bring more family over. So,
Dan, you're of a certain age.
yeah, but then how did they create over 100 billionaires in the time of COVID
what now?
in the UK? How was there 100 billionaires created or whatever in that sort of time?
What now?
Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, the asylum seekers ain't turning into billionaires, bro. While we're going through austerity and the government debt is rising and public services are getting squeezed and so and so, so and so. It's these dudes at the top. But no one's ever put shooting at the top. It's too much work, innit, to get to the really. We can aim at the little guy because they're just there, innit? Like, right, this little fucking.
No, that's a fantastic point. Literally, like, Dan, you can see that though, right? Like, literally, all that money, right? And you got all these people that
Hey,
are
listen, I've got to
making.
jump off though, yeah. But big up yourselves. Good night. Peace, peace, peace. Say nothing, man. Yeah, stop running then, man. Yeah, can't, we gotta have this one-on-one debate, cuz.
Not
We
known
have
for
this
running,
one-on-one
though.
debate, cuz.
Not
Yeah,
known for
cuz.
running. Not known for running.
Set it up, man. Set it up, bro. Alright, big up, Trilla. Say nothing, man. Big up everyone in the chat. Slap the like button, share the stream, all that. Say less.
Yeah, no, you made a good point before you went there. I mean, end of the day, look, you know what I mean? You're obviously targeting the ones, right, who seem to be the most insignificant in terms of like money, you know what I mean, when it comes to being spent in this country, right? Taxes and everything else, right, that are being deducted from the rich, right? And we're talking not the like middle class rich, we're talking about billionaires, dude. Yeah, that fucking money is all getting put into offshore accounts and so on and so forth, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know this, bro. Like they're protecting their money. They're looking at loopholes, yeah, and
Yeah.
everything else. And there isn't enough done. All right. I mean, he made his point about there have been 100 fucking more billionaires, yeah, that were created during COVID. Like, dude, this is a time of austerity. This is a time of like where people are suffering and struggling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of that will just be online, innit? I mean, you could make a site now or whatever and be a millionaire next week.
How the fuck are immigrants, yeah, the one who are on £8 a week,
Yeah.
fucking, you know what I mean, doing anything wrong in that regard? Like we can't
No,
afford,
if
we
the,
can't afford to accommodate, be charitable and accommodate. You know what I mean? £8 a week, and on top of that, obviously, yes,
yeah,
yeah,
it sounds nothing,
is
£8
going
a week.
towards, a lot of that money is going towards obviously like, you know, paying for the whole hotel wherever they've been accommodated with, right? But
All right.
end
It
of the day,
it
it's
sounds
nowhere near
minimal saying £8 a week, doesn't it? But if I say it's £10 million a day, which it is, which we pay every day, that's a bigger issue, isn't it? That £10 million could go to all sorts, all the things that have been listed
Of course it
already.
can. Of course it can. But again, this is what the Tories had set up, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Remember that, right? The Tories set this all up. So end of
Yeah.
the day, they've left the new Labour government, who've only been in power for like a couple months, right? And they have to basically try to fucking solve all the fucking shit that the Tories have done over 14 years, you know? They've even tried to dismantle, right, some of the things that the Labour government have done in the past, right? Where you got Rishi Sunak making statements about, you know, I've you know, freaking dismantled what the Labour government have done in terms of like providing poorer areas with, you know, money to try and put that money into richer areas. That's what he said verbatim, like kind of thing, yeah. Like he's literally saying, you know what I mean? I'm taking money out of poor areas to put into rich areas. What kind of a fucking dickhead does that, bruv?
See what I mean? For me, the government is, I don't know. For me, you couldn't run it so fucked up and so stupid without it being a pre-organised
But
plan.
at least the
Or
Labour,
whatever.
at least the Labour were looking after the poorer people. They had these kind of fucking things in place to look after poorer people. But you got the Tories trying to dismantle that. You know what I mean? That basic fucking thing, like to look after poorer areas.
Yeah.
It's mental because we all know London is gonna be, you know, the place to be in terms of like making money and whatnot. Even then, bro, like it's I'm dating a girl. She's fucking paying £850. Yeah, I asked her how much her rent was yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah.
£850 a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking mad. Shared accommodation. £850 a month. Fuck
London.
no, bro.
London's mad expensive.
It does it count as London? It's kind of outside London. It's close
Yeah.
to yeah, but yeah, it would be like you could count it as London if you want, but
Yeah.
bloody hell, it's actually Greater London, isn't it? Like
This
fuck
is
it.
it though. The more people come here, the more they can keep driving the prices up on everyone else. So it is literally the people that was already here, born here, whatever. People like yourself, Bella. It's it's going to be us and our kids and their kids and whatever that feel the pinch of all of this.
Now, Veli, it is cheap for London, as in like certain areas, 850. You could pay more, yeah. But damn, bro, like she just got a 1 bedroom, yeah, shared accommodation, yeah, and
Yeah,
I ain't seen it yet. I'm hoping to see it tomorrow. Yeah. Damn, bro. I was like, shit, you paid 850. The last girl I dated paid 550. Yeah. You know what I mean? What is it with these 50s? They just add the extra 50. It's
yeah,
mad.
that's it. For me, there's just got to be. It's one of them. if we're going to go down that road and think, right, all right, we'll be charitable, we'll open our doors to the world or whatever, where's the cap? Where's the cut-off point where we go, right, we've took all these amount of people, but now we're genuinely full. You know, we're struggling. Old people are now having
I think. All right. So let's just say, yeah, we freaking got rid of a lot of people, right? Do you think that would make a massive difference? Like, so let's just say we got a population of like 70 million, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if we got rid of 5 million or 10 million, do you think that would make a difference? A massive difference, significant difference.
If I just stop paying £10 million a day, that's obviously going to create a
It
better.
creates something, but generally speaking, I'm saying if we got rid of 10 million people, right?
Mm.
Would that make a significant difference in terms of our living standard today?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think so.
I
Not
think
at all.
so.
No, not at all.
We'd
Because
have more.
companies are not doing that, dude. Companies don't want to pay you. Companies don't give a fuck about you, bro. They want to squeeze you as much as everybody else does, including the government. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
No, that's right, but it's one of them. There's only so many houses, only so many jobs, only so many everything. And once we've accessed that, and we've now got people sat about doing nothing because there isn't anything for them to do, we're in a predicament. You're now paying all money for this, money for that. People that are coming here, so you could claim someone could claim asylum now, and then once they're allowed it, they can go right. Okay, what I bring on my family. And like Afghan and whoever was discussing the other night.
yeah.
With all the
Well,
cousin
I think
marriages
they
and-
changed some rules about some rules. I think they changed about bringing people in, right?
yeah,
Exactly what top of my head, I'm not sure, but there was a rule about something about I don't know what it was. Was it students or something like that
yeah,
that could bring their families over? You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah, they changed that, right? So
This is it.
isn't that progress, right? In that regard.
Yeah and no. I mean, if someone's coming here to study, bear in mind it's already documented that people are like buying the as if they've been educated in this, that, and the other. You've got people here that are blagging like they're fucking this, that, and the other, and they're not been trained. Not been
I know so, dude. Again, I grew up in Southall, bro. Yeah, I see so many people that
yeah,
are coming here that are straight away working wherever they fucking can to make
yeah,
that money. And before their time is up for them to fuck off, they either if it's a girl, she's gonna try her best to marry somebody, yeah,
yeah,
with a fucking qualification. You know what I
yeah.
mean, right? Like a doctor or some shit like that to try
Mm.
and fucking. You know what I mean? They're gonna do something like that because that's all they know. They're stupid, innit? Yeah, they're dumb. They don't know the doctors are just playing them. You know what I mean? Like everyone else is, you know. But yeah, it's just mad, bro. Like, and then the guys they're just working, yeah. And if they're lucky, they might be able to marry. You know what I mean? Somebody from who's got a British passport, and they can get some stay. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, all this is on the if they're coming here with the right intentions or whatever. But some, it's recorded and documented that people have come here just to commit acts of terrorism.
Dude,
They've
even
been here 3 months and then gone.
dude, now that's a bit extreme. I mean, look, majority of people coming to this country are here to make some money, right?
Yeah, right.
They're
So
not
let's
here
say
to
we've got
fucking
hundreds.
cause terrorism, bro. You gone to some next levels there, then. Come on.
Yeah, if there were examples of it happening, you could say, "Oh, that's a bit extreme," but it's extreme their actions, not my viewpoint on their actions. I can't stop people coming here and committing acts of terrorism. They have done. Some people have been here 3 months and then committed acts of terrorism. It's like, well,
I think people that are more likely to cause acts of terrorism in this country are people that are born in this country. How about that?
I don't think so. No,
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I've
don't
spoken
think
to
so?
loads of Muslims about it, and
Yeah.
the logic is, if in the mind of a jihadi, we're paying tax to our government. Our government are buying bombs and dropping bombs on Syria, so they
If
come in and target us because, in their eyes,
yeah,
if we weren't paying the tax to them, their house, their family, their whatever wouldn't have got wiped out. So they see us as the problem, us as the target.
so if we go by facts, right, and we look at the percentage of how many people are born in this country, right, and you know what I mean, compared to people that are coming into this country, right? I would say that the people born in this country are far outweigh people that are coming from abroad, right? Completely far outweigh. I would say over 80%, maybe even over 90%, right? Like, I don't know. I'm guessing, yeah, by the way, right? I ain't got the facts to hand, yeah. But like, it's some high numbers from homegrown. So if there is going to be some sort of what you just said there, terrorism, right?
Yeah.
I think it would be more likely to be homegrown just from the numbers alone.
What of terrorism?
Yeah, like they're more likely to be people that are influenced, yeah,
We'd
from
need, we'd
wherever they're influenced by, but
need,
they're gonna be from here, born here.
we'd need like examples of that. I mean, the Manchester bomber, the one that killed kids, 22 kids, injured 50. He come here, you know, he weren't born here, he come here or whatever.
Yeah.
His neighbours reported him as walking up and down the fucking road with ISIS flags and all sorts of shit on the build up to it. Nobody did that.
I found a video not too long ago about a guy sitting outside the hospital, right? And he looked like he was homeborn, right? Like homegrown in terms of like from this country. And he had a cooker, like a little sort of mobile cooker kind of thing in his rucksack, like made into a bomb device, And he was sitting outside, and he had a chat with somebody, and he was outside a hospital, bro. Imagine, of all places, this guy was gonna fucking blow up a hospital, yeah. You know what I mean? And but yeah, that he got talked out of it. He had like you could see from that video, he had a lot of regret and everything else, and freaking, he didn't want to go through with it. Like push comes to shove, he's there now. You know what I mean? He's ready to do the deed. Do what do his job in that regard, whatever it was. Yeah, blow up that device, and he didn't want to do it. He changed his mind. In the last minute, literally.
Yeah,
Someone talked him out
one
of it.
person, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It could have gone the other way. I mean, it weren't like, what, 2 years ago or something that they was trying to target the baby unit at Liverpool Hospital. Only because the taxi driver clocked what he was doing and locked him in the fucking cab. He blew the cab up, didn't he, or whatever?
Oh shit! Fucking hell.
It's like, we're moments away from babies being killed. They're literally trying to target children and babies. At that point, we have to have that conversation. What is it in that ideology which makes people want to come here and kill kids?
Now you're getting to the crux of it. All right. No, I like your honesty. All right. So you think, right? So if the majority of the Muslims in this country, let's just say, I don't know, I've done this before, 99.9%, right? Literally, of the Muslims in this country are not committing acts of terror, right? You got like less than 0.00001, right, percent that are, and you're looking at that as being a massive issue in terms of like it's the Muslims, not
So, based
that
off
there are bad people, like generally speaking, like
so based
every
off the
community.
1.6 billion Muslims that there is, or whatever
No. Based on the people in this country, based on, right? Because again, if you're gonna go on that, that's again that what you're talking about, this country, right?
Yeah, but that's 16 million people, surely, that could possibly come here if they choose to, and then it'd be that big of a problem. We haven't got that big. Our armed services are not that big, so we would already be at a massive disadvantage. Do you know what I mean?
Nixie, don't be shy. If you wanna jump on. Don't be shy, man. Damn. I mean, freaking hell. But yeah, anyway, freaking look, when it come down to it, right? I'm going by stats. Yeah, I'm going because I've done this before, right? I had the pigeon, the pigeon, right? Right? He brought this up. Yeah, he brought this up over a couple of years ago, right? And I pulled him up on it. I checked the numbers, right? I checked the stats, and I was like, okay, so it works out to be like literally 0.401, right, being terrorists in this country. Yeah, maximum. Yeah, because if it's anything more than that, right, and I might be missing a zero. I ain't gonna lie, because that's how fucking like, dude. If you look at the numbers, right? It's alarming when people he tried to say it was 5%. Yeah, and I was like, no, let me double check that shit. Yeah, and I double checked it. I was like, nah, bruv, you obviously don't know how to calculate. You maths obviously weren't your game. Get me? Like, sorry.
But we need to be able to deal with even if it's the smallest amount, we need a tactic, a way to deal with that.
Nah, bro, we need to fucking deal with the people, right? Sorry to raise my voice, but I'm getting a bit annoyed now. We need to fucking deal with the people that are making it out to be like a certain group of people are the problem. The fucking problem, right, in my opinion, are the ones in this country trying to fucking make it out like, yeah, everybody else is the problem, right?
But
And
the evidence don't back you up, Trilla, that's the problem. There's been
the evidence, I just showed you the evidence, mate.
There's been 29,000 attacks since 9/11. Let that sink in, and none of them was Christian or anything else. It was all Muslim.
Where?
So,
Across where?
across the world, 29,000.
Across the world, right? So that's a different kind of statistic, yeah. And even then, it would still be less than freaking 1%.
No,
even
but it's
then,
always the same suspect, isn't it? If it's the same,
if you're comparing 2 billion people, right, across the world, right, and you're looking at the amount of attacks that have happened caused by certain people, right, that's still less than 1%. And again, you're still looking at a lot of zeros in that number.
Right, so let's say we've got 100 people come here, however means or whatever, and we're pretty sure that there's one person in that 100 people that is probably going to be a terrorist or whatever. We don't know who they are. The people that know who they are in the mix or whatever, they can't speak out on it because it's against the ideology. You're not supposed to fucking throw each other under the bus or whatever. At that point, we've got a problem. For me, the good people of that community should be ousting the wrong ones.
It would be. They are. They would be, and they are, right? And again, this is the stuff that you don't see, right? This is the stuff that you don't know about. I mean, even you know about the Lion's Den, right? You know about Rasbek's channel, right? I remember, like, I jumped on his channel a few times, right, before he stopped going online, right, because he's doing his community work, right? And when it come down to it, he played a stream, right, which is probably about a couple of years ago now, showing I think it was a Channel 4 or BBC or something like that, yeah, news outlet, like a mainstream news outlet, showing how they were telling the whole of the UK, like, you know what I mean, like every mosque in the UK was telling the community freaking, about the grooming situation, right? That wasn't talked about, that wasn't portrayed. Do you know what I mean? But every mosque in the UK, literally, right? We're talking like over 1,000 or something like that. I don't know how many mosques there are, right? Like,
over 1,500.
Right. So they all went out there and they all talked about it, right? They made it a proper thing. Like, we don't condone it. We completely condemn it and call out anybody that's doing anything like that. So, but that ain't talked about, is it?
I've personally been to over 100 mosques. I've spoke to many. They're not all the same by any measure. Even down to the women that are, covered up in one way or another. Some are very extreme and they look like fucking ninjas or whatever. Some are very much not like that. It's just modesty or whatever. You know what I mean? There is extreme levels and there is normal, like what you would be able to deal with levels. I've spoke to many fucking people at many mosques. And it is very different.
Ninjas, you mean just like covered, yeah? You don't mean like slim and agile, right? You know.
No, I mean like it looks like they're looking through a letterbox. To me, that's cruelty to women.
Yeah, but you see with your rhetoric, you see how offensive that sounds, right? Because even didn't Boris Johnson make a similar comment that was deemed to be offensive and racist?
I don't know. I don't follow politics. I don't even watch I don't watch TV news.
I mean, he used exactly the same quote about letterboxes.
It is though. It literally is. To me,
it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So the eyes are where you put
they come here. What do they need to dress like? equipped for walking through a desert. You're not in a desert. You're in England. There is no sand. There is if you go looking for it. But other than that, do you know what I mean? It's not normal, is it?
I mean, dude, it's a cultural. You do know when it comes to the niqab, yeah, the niqab
Yeah.
is the burqa, I think it's called, right? Or
Yeah.
it might be the niqab. I'm not that sure.
Well, I
But
mean, somewhere, but
that covering like all, the majority of you, right,
yeah.
is a cultural practice. It's not actually a religious practice.
Do you
You do
think they're doing it out of choice, though, Trilla? Realistically,
no. Hold on. So like, it's a cultural thing, right?
yeah,
It's
okay.
not a religious thing. You do have to. Do you understand that? Like,
Yeah,
what
I
I'm saying.
get that. Yeah, I get
Nixie,
that.
is that you, by the way? Nixie, is that you?
I mean, even simple things, makeup, music, things like that. All these things are not allowed. The more people we
Oh,
bring
dude,
here
you'd be
that
surprised,
want
mate.
full
Mate,
face.
have you not been around Muslim women? They wear loads of makeup. Are you mad?
Yeah, but they're not supposed to, Trilla. They're not actually supposed to.
Dude,
But once you've surrounded yourself in the full flavour ISIS
mate,
fucking
go tell a Muslim woman that, bruv. I guarantee, mate, she ain't gonna fucking like you very much. Okay.
literally one of my best mates is a fucking security advisor who's working in Dubai at the moment. She's a
Yeah.
lesbian, she wears makeup, she does whatever.
Mate,
Her
go
family
tell any
are
woman.
okay with it. And a lot
Yeah,
of them are not.
go tell any woman what to do, bruv. Yeah, mate. Good luck. Good luck to you, mate. Then, all right. Like, especially with
No, but
like,
they're
makeup.
subservient, aren't they? They're subservient in that culture.
I'll tell a woman, right, that like I'm dating. Look, you don't need any makeup. You know what I mean? I like the way you look without it, right? That's all well and good. But if she feels comfortable wearing makeup, right, who the fuck are we to tell them what to do? Do you know
Well,
what I mean?
perfect example then, Zabida, she was wearing makeup or whatever. I
Oh my
mentioned it
god. Well,
on the night.
that is somebody who definitely needs makeup. I ain't gonna lie.
No, but she got told by what's his called that big idiot that's supposed to be a cage fighter, the guy that got slapped up
I'm
in
not gonna lie. She doesn't need makeup. She needs a treadmill. You know what I mean? But anyway,
Ali's mate or whatever. What's he called? That cage fighter guy. He'd had a go at her over it, and the next thing, alive or whatever, she's wearing no makeup, that fucking thing, and everything. It's like you're literally being bullied or whatever to wear or be a certain way or whatever.
like, she is like not a good example of a Muslim woman. Like, that woman there is just a wreck. You know what I
No,
mean?
but
Not a wreck
if you
at all.
can
She's just a wreck.
make her take the makeup off and whatever, there's an issue, isn't there? She's not exactly meek and mild. Do you know what I mean? She's quite fucking
No,
able to hold her own. But
what she's smoking, drinking, God knows what else she's doing. I don't know
yeah,
what she's doing now, but she was in a past life, right? Like, I
no,
mean,
but like you said, if she wants to wear a bit of makeup, why the fuck shouldn't she be allowed? It's mad that Muslim men can just have a word about it and all of a sudden she's going to stop doing it. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? You're born here. If you want to wear
dude,
makeup, I'll wear
mate. Again, legally speaking, all right. No men can tell women what to do like that. What you're trying to describe, right? Like, she can do what she likes, right? If men are putting pressure on her from a certain from her own community, right? Like, again, like, that's different. Like, generally speaking, there's pressure on every community from everybody, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just looking at Muslims, right? You're talking about Sikhs earlier, right? Like, Sikhs do literally, like, dude, every community. Let me say this to you, bro. Every community has their bad apples, every single one.
Yeah,
And I
obviously.
reckon if you look at it proportionately, right, and actually, right, it literally equals itself out, right, in terms of like how many bad people you have in every community, every minority community, especially, right, it levels itself out. There are just same amount of bad people in every community. So what is your gripe with the Muslims in particular?
On some things, I agree with you. On a lot of things, possibly. But, like, say, for the grooming situation or whatever,
Let me play a video for you then, yeah? Let me play a video for you, right?
86% of on-street grooming was committed by Muslims. That's fact. That's fact.
Let me play a video for you, yeah? Let me see what you got to say about this one, all right? This is a Tommy fan, by the way, right? Okay.
Cool.
And I said some bad stuff about this guy, right? And really and truly, I don't know who he is. And I heard his story, and I was like, you know what? I started to sympathize with this guy a little bit. You know what I mean? Because we should be allowed to express ourselves, regardless, without being threatened, and and whatnot, right? And ridiculed, well, ridiculed, but like to an extent. But end of the day, it sounds like he's had it pretty hard. But let's give it a listen.
वो कुछ लोग वो फोटो लेके चाट रहे हैं ऑनलाइन, रेप थ्रेट दे रहे हैं मेरी के रेप द मैंने कहा यार ये क्या गलती कर दी मैंने यार, मैंने खालिस्तान के बारे में तो कुछ बोला नहीं। मेरे पे टोटल 3 हमले हुए। जब मेरे पे पहला हमला हुआ 25 फरवरी को, 5 लोग आए थे जो अंदर घुस गए थे और उन्होंने गुंडागर्दी की। ये हमला हुआ, उसके बाद फिर अगला हमला हुआ मेरे पास 22 मार्च को मेरे रेस्टोरेंट पे, जो सुबह से हजारों फोन आए थे कि हम आ रहे हैं मारने, पुलिस नहीं आएगी, जो मर्जी करना करो। और रात को वो आए, हमने पुलिस को फोन किया, पुलिस नहीं आई। पुलिस आई आधे घंटे बाद, 2 आदमी ऑफिसर आए, हमने बोला थैंक्स ऑफिसर फॉर कमिंग। वो बोलते हैं हम किस लिए, हम तो खाना ऑर्डर करने आए हैं। तो उस टाइम मेरी सिट्टी पिट्टी गुम हो गई। सच्ची बात, मैं सरदार हूँ, लेकिन सरदार भी डरते हैं। मैं डर गया, मैंने कहा ये क्या हो रहा है, इस इंग्लैंड के अंदर ऐसा हो रहा है।
ऐसी लैंग्वेजेस मैंने कभी सुनी नहीं है, और शायद मैं बोल भी नहीं पाऊंगी कैमरा में भी। मतलब आते हैं वो हमारी पिक्चर्स लीक करते हैं, इनका रेप करो, और बहुत सारी बॉडी शेमिंग के बारे में।
Pause a minute, Trevor.
जो
What's that, mate?
It's in a different language, isn't it? I don't even know what to say.
Is subtitles there, bruv? I mean, other people can read it, right? If you're not reading it, I can read it out to you. Do you want me to read it out to you?
Just the gist of it, really. Yes.
Yeah, all right, no worries, bro. I'll do that. So basically, right? I mean, what's happened here is they're saying that he said, right, that people are attacking him, right? And he's got a restaurant, right? This guy. So this guy has got a restaurant, and people are threatening him and threatening to rape his family and all sorts, right? Right? And because they said that he posted something on social media against the Khalistan movement, right? And the Khalistan movement is an independent sort of movement in India, right? For separatist kind of land, for the Sikh people, yeah? So end of the day, he got a lot of backlash from that. So they threatened to attack his restaurant, attack his place of business, attack his family, right? And when it come down, so people did come down to protest, right? And probably riot in that regard, right? So he was afraid for his life, yeah? So this is a Tommy fan, by the way, yeah? He's been rooting for Tommy Robinson for a while. So he said he received many calls, right? The police literally were called. They came 2 hours later, and they didn't even come to address his actual, call of, to help him. They literally came down to order food from the restaurant. That's what he said, right? So, and then the wife, and then he said that he's scared for his life, right? He's a Sikh guy who's supposed to be brave and everything else, but he said even he's scared for his life right now, right? And scared for his family's life in that regard, right? So his wife is talking now, saying that she's had a lot of abuse, yeah, and even I've cussed her. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Like when I saw him with the Tommy rally, bigging up Tommy, I cussed her, and I cussed the guy as well. I don't know them. I've never seen this video, before today, right? And I'm hearing their, like story, So I'm kind of going with it. I've not seen the whole video yet.
मतलब आते हैं वो हमारी पिक्चर्स लीक करते हैं, इनका रेप करो,
They threaten to rape us
बहुत सारी बॉडी शेमिंग के बारे में,
and even
बहुत
body
कुछ
shame us.
बोलते हैं, जो जिसकी कोई लिमिट ही नहीं।
There is no
दुकान
limit
से
to
बाहर
that.
निकल के दिखा, we'll kill you। पुलिस को फोन किया, पुलिस फिर ना आए 20-25 मिनट। हमने कहा हम पे 2-3 अटैक हो चुके हैं, प्लीज
They've
आओ,
been attacked 2-3 times.
प्लीज पहुंची।
Well, that's a bit of a mad one, isn't it? Like you either attacked 2 times or 3 times. I mean, fucking hell, mate. I mean, you should know how many times you were attacked. Come on.
पुलिस आने के बावजूद वो लोग बाहर घूम रहे थे, पुलिस ने नहीं पकड़ा उनको।
He said the police came, but they didn't arrest the offenders.
कुछ लोगों को पकड़ाया, मैंने कहा ये बंदे भी थे, पुलिस ने बोला नहीं, we can't have proof। मैंने कहा मैंने देखा रोड पे ये साथ थे उनके, पुलिस
He's saying the police didn't have. The police said that they had no proof to arrest them, right?
छोड़ दिया। मेरे फ्रेंड से डाला पुलिस से प्रेशर, पता करो हुआ क्या, he was the security। तो पुलिस ने चेक के नंबर डाल के बोलते नंबर does not exist, this crime number, और security was taken off in 1 week time।
The family went underground to dodge the threats, but had to come back to work.
10 days अंडरग्राउंड रहना पड़ा
क्योंकि आपको कोई प्रोटेक्शन ना पुलिस से ना किसी से।
नुकसान हुआ। 10 डेज रेस्टोरेंट बंद था, दोनों रेस्टोरेंट बंद थे। 10 डेज बच्चों के स्कूल कॉलेजेस में मिस हुए क्योंकि मेरे दोनों बच्चे स्टडीज में बहुत हाई हैं, तो वो भी मिस
Children
हुए।
miss school, college.
मेंटल स्ट्रेस कि किसी का कोई सपोर्ट नहीं है 10 डेज का,
Had a lot of mental
और
stress.
फाइनेंशियल आल्सो डेफिनेटली बिकॉज वी आर पेइंग आवर ओन पेस, और हमें पुलिस से कोई रिस्पांस नहीं था।
They told him to burn India's flag or else we'll be killed.
मैं बोलता हूँ मैं इस बारे में क्यों ना बोलूँ, आई एम अ सिख, मैं सिख हूँ, मैं बोलूँगा क्योंकि जो लोग ये कर रहे हैं सिखों को बदनाम कर रहे हैं, और जो लोगों ने मेरे पे हमला किया वो सिख नहीं है, वो सिख है, SIC के बीमार, दिमागी रूप से बीमार लोग हैं, उन्हें मालूम ही नहीं वो क्या
They're saying he's not a Sikh, yeah, by like the religion terms. That he's actually SICK, sick, yeah, he's actually ill.
For more informative.
So do you understand then, right, that there are bad apples in every community, bruv? Do you understand that? And that obviously some are highlighted more than others, right? Because of obvious reasons in terms of like Muslims are blatantly been attacked, you know, especially during 9/11, especially they were attacked before that as well, obviously, especially after that. And ever since, even today, you see on YouTube, on these communities, Muslims are generally being attacked, right? You got bad apples in every community, but they're not being addressed, really and truly. But there is news outlets out there. Do you know what I mean? Like Sikhs have been attacked for bloody years, mate. But one second, bro. Sikhs have been attacked for years, right, by the Hindu government, right? Because it's always been a Hindu government. So we have always, right, had it hard from every community, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm always gonna back the Sikh community because that's where I'm from. Do you know what I mean? And
in this country, it's welcomed, isn't it? Like people actually speak good about the Sikh community and whatever. That to me, across the board.
But you see, bro, again, that's what I see about the Muslim community, bro. I see the majority of Muslims being good people, not bad. And so I will speak good about them, not bad about them. Do you get me?
Look at it this way, Trilla. We've got nearly 200 types of people in this country, and there's only one group which has produced rape gangs and terrorism. Nobody else has. Everyone else is integrated.
Again, you got. So you obviously haven't been watching, yeah, right? So you got paedophile hunters, right, exposing, right, people coming from the Indian community, the Sikh community, Hindu community, and so on, right? They've been doing that, exposing that there are pedos in all of those groups.
Yeah. Across the spectrum.
So address it across the board, my friend. Don't just fucking limit yourself to one minority community in this country.
No, we do, Trilla. I mean, I can't say too much, but I was quite connected with a lot of these pedo hunter groups or whatever. I don't do it anymore or whatever, but at the time, it was one of them. And you are catching mostly white people.
Do you remember a guy called Sid Bash? You know Sid Bash, who used to come on these streams?
No.
Yeah, you don't know Sid, yeah? Sid is a pedo hunter, bro. He's one of the people that works, with the groups, like he's like out of his own in his own time, right? He's a Muslim guy, yeah, tracking down any pedophiles, right? And
Yeah.
fucking, you know what I mean, getting them caught, right?
Well,
So
one of the people that are on remand now is a pedo hunt on probably the most successful team out of the 100 that I know of, or whatever. Used to be EDL and whatever. He was, when he was not on remand, was catching 3, maybe 4 paedophiles a day, every day.
brilliant,
That's a
brilliant,
job.
brilliant, bro, brilliant. I
But he's
mean,
not now. He's on
there are
remand.
plenty of videos out there of Sikh people, right? Like
Yeah.
people coming from Sikh backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
Literally, they're getting caught. There are loads of videos out there, right, where they've been exposed. There's
Yeah.
even one guy that I freaking actually know from Southall, right? He literally is a business owner, right? He looks quite young in the video, right? But he's like, you know, he's in his 20s or whatever, yeah. I know the guy, his name was Sunny, yeah, and that guy's from Afghanistan, right? But he's a Sikh person, yeah, and he got caught for doing it by these pedo hunters. You know what I mean? So, like, end of the day, bro, all I'm saying is it's everywhere, every community. Do you know what I mean? Don't just go for one, go for all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. So a while ago, a couple of years ago, we put together a Manchester collective, people from all races, all just a mixed group or whatever. And we've had discussions in public, like in Manchester Town Centre and all that. Placards for the topic at hand or whatever, and people would get involved and whatever. We've had discussions about the paedophile priests. We've had discussions about anything and everything, and there's only one topic where you seem to get people trying to physically attack you, stab you. I know 2 people that have been stabbed after having a fucking having a, what's that?
No, I said right. I'm agreeing with you. Okay, I'm acknowledging what you're saying.
So, do you know what I mean? There's certain topics where you can have that open, honest discussion. You can talk about priests being paedophiles and all that, and nobody's going to want to attack you, come after your family, any of that stuff.
Again, how many people do you see literally, how many Muslims do you see literally going at Christianity, right? Because of the amount of, and there are like literally, I pulled up a fact about there were thousands, right? Thousands of priests being accused of being pedophiles across Europe, right? And it was ridiculous, bro, the number, right? And again, like we're talking about like so they haven't been prosecuted, right? And charged in that degree, right? But they were, alleged pedophiles, right? There were, I mean, accusations put out against them. Now we know for a fact that, be honest, innit, yeah, not everyone's going to get charged because lack of evidence and so on and so forth, right? But it's a scary fucking number when it's something like fucking 10,000 or something like that, or 11,000. You know, that's a scary number, mate, of priests.
Was it Edward Hugh or something like that? Something Hugh,
right?
Like a high-profile fucking nonce or whatever, and he's been given a suspended sentence. It's like, what the fuck? The evidence is all there, and you're locking people up for dirty words on Facebook. It's like, what the fuck?
You know what? There you go. Listen, Den, I've got to take a quick break here. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Yeah, Nixie, if you're there on the panel, freaking, take yourself off mute and have a little conversation. Yeah. So I'll be back in 5 minutes then. Yeah. Nixie, you there? Nixie, you there? Nixie just loves being in the chat. Fuck it now. Nixie.
Yeah, me and Dan don't really get on, but hello, Dan.
You know what? Well, you know what? You don't have.
I don't really know the guy. I don't really know him.
You don't have to get on to have. You don't have to get on to have a conversation. So
yeah. Well, you know what it's like. As soon as I question Zionists, I get called all sorts of names and things, and Tommy and whatever. So we just we don't really talk.
I'll be honest, Nick. I mean, I only know you from a friend of Moon's, and up to now, the friends of Moon's have all been involved.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, I kind of burst onto the scene with that attachment to me. I'm really trying to shake it off.
This is it. That's all I know you from. And
no, fair enough. Yeah,
discussion with Dave. So.
Yeah. You know what it's like on YouTube. People have preconceived ideas and all sorts. I get it. But and I think also it doesn't help when everyone's kind of got different political ideals, because really most of the people I fall out with, this is what I was explaining when I was arguing with someone the other day, like, because I tend to favor a political, come from a stance that a lot of this side of YouTube don't agree with. So of course I'm falling out with a lot of people because they don't like my politics, you know. So yeah, it gets like that on here because of the politics and that. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
I mean,
It's
people make
difficult
out
not
I'm
to.
racist because my
Yeah,
main consent is the Muslim side of things, the terrorism, the rape
yeah,
gang. Apparently that
yeah.
makes it racist, so I don't know.
Well, all I would say, listen, then I used to give them the side eye, you know, when 9/11 and all that happened, and I feel since I've kind of researched it a bit more and I understand what the end game is, who's involved, who's behind it, completely changed my stance. I even liked Tommy Robinson at one point, and then I found out what he really was. Like, I will talk to people honestly who have got no kind of horse in the game, like in the race. Do you know what I mean? Because there are some people that are paid by or whatever on these platforms, and that will just defend him to the
I
end.
don't think anyone around Tommy's paid, if I'm honest. I mean, I've
Well,
been around
yeah,
to you know,
because
so
then I just
people
don't
don't get
understand
paid.
how people can be so diehard for him. But I was just saying to Phil Ewing, because he was saying, like, what is your problem with him? But I said, I think really you have to, like, without sounding kind of patronizing, like, to Phil, but just go and go maybe Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, because they're allowing some of the truth on there. Go and research what Zionism is and what their end game is. Then you can piece that together with what Tommy is doing, because he's got a net worth now of 35 million. Okay, 6 properties. I've got the newspaper article here that was published a couple of months ago. He gets paid a lot of money to be a traitor to the UK Patriots. Number one, he's controlled by a foreign agent. That should be an alarm bell straight away anyway. But I think once you go and do your own research, there's no point in me sitting here telling you what Zionism is. Listen, you don't have to be Jewish to be Zionist either, by the way. I'm not about, going in on Jews. There are Jewish people who've got the same
That's
stance
kind
as
of the
me.
problem, though, Nick. So everyone that don't go along with Free Palestine stuff is automatically cast as, oh, well, you're a Zionist. It's like, I'm not.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I don't think and I think, do you know what? I think a lot of people, because Tommy is, and they think what Tommy's doing is great, so they naturally think, okay, well, Zionism must be good, because Tommy's like, oh, I'll fight. But listen, he makes a lot of money out of them, as does Katie Hopkins, as does Douglas Murray. That's why he is so diehard, won't change his stance. I see these people as traitors. And all I can say to you guys, without me sounding crazy, because it's a fucking crazy rabbit hole once you go down it. But the proof is, the undeniable proof is there, what their end game is, and it's not favourable for me or you.
Do you think both sides have acted like terrorists, though? I mean, for me, there isn't
not really,
side
because
and side.
Palestine is occupied. It's occupied. I can only see one terrorist here, and like I say, I really do think you've got to go and understand what Zionists, what their end game is, to understand why they are so. What I mean, they had an article published. It's called the Oded Union Plan in 1982. So everything they're doing now, because they wanted to extend it's called the Greater Israel Plan. So everything that's going on now, like, people who know that that's what they want to do, push into all these countries, because they want to claim that, expand Israel. And Israel will be the head of the one world government ultimately. But it is a deep rabbit hole. I don't expect it, but it's just when I started questioning Tommy, that's when I really started to look into it, and I kind of felt like a fool for even supporting Tommy, and so I really absolutely dislike him now, because I felt that he misled me. But someone just said something to me, and my sister said something to me, and she's like, and then I was like, because I'd gone down, kind of started looking at the Zionist thing, because a lot of roads seem to lead back to the Zionists, and that's just a fact. It's not anti-Semitic to say that; it is a fact. So when I found out Tommy is tied with them, then it's like, whoa. And then you start looking at all these people that turn up with Tommy at the same demos, and then you look into them. Kate Hopkins, oh, she's paid by the same lobbyist as him. Douglas Murray, oh, they're all on the same payroll, and it's just, I think they're traitors. Then they are traitors, and they're making a lot of money off of people that support them, because they don't give a shit. When they go to these rallies, they're paid to do it, and they're told to do it. It's all about distraction. It's all about about creating conflict between British and Muslims. So we can't see what's really going on. And as long as we have got conflict, they can control us. Because the only thing that they can't stop is when everyone unites and sees the real thing. But I do think they're starting to expose their hand lately, especially after the war. Things are starting to
But
come out.
how would you explain, like, when Tommy first evolved and came out doing what he was doing
Yeah,
after
I can explain
people
that.
were spitting on them,
I can explain that.
spitting on
In
the
fact, I've got
soldiers and
I
all that?
dropped a video on that. Tommy,
'Cause
in
he's
fact,
never made no money for all them years. You know what I
well,
mean?
no, he was approached actually, but I only found out a few weeks ago. It actually goes deeper than that because like he's got ties to Andrew Tate, who's another shill. And you wonder, how did these people all know each other like so many years ago? Like it's all it's all planned. These people are picked. Nick Griffin was approached by a Zionist lobby initially, and he said, no, I will not sell my country out. So they toddle off to Tommy. Yeah, he had no qualms straight away. Why do you think he got the platform and all like that he did, like on all the TV stations? You don't think he would get that just through his personality?
People didn't like Nick Griffin, though, did they? I mean, people seem to take to Tommy a lot better.
No, I don't think that's the case. People took to Tommy a lot better because he got far more exposure. He was once he got paid on the pay, once he was employed by the Zionist lobby, then yes, because they are tied to TV networks and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, he got platformed. He had media.
Yeah, but he was doing well before any of that.
Not really. No, he was just an EDL thug. But let me tell you, the EDL. Do you want me to tell you the EDL? I need to get the facts on this. But the EDL was started up by.
I just had this discussion with Trilla.
It was started up by a Zionist.
People in the EDL.
Yeah, no, it was started up by a Zionist yet again, a Zionist that employed Tommy. So from the get-go, he's been involved with this Zionist thing from the start. And I only found that out actually a few weeks ago because I initially thought, oh, he was approached just after Nick Griffin turned them down. But no, the EDL, or maybe it's getting back to front, maybe he set up the EDL after. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's all tied to this Zionist thing. He would never have got the platform and the publicity without that.
That's recent times, if it exists at all. I mean, allegedly.
No, it was from the start, from the EDL times.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is true.
I'm aware it's not true.
Would you like me to get you? I will find. I probably haven't got.
I've been
I haven't got time to find out.
for a long time. I've been in the EDL. I've done all these things.
If you're not willing to be open-minded or even look at what source I'm talking about, because I'm offering to go and find that source for you with references, sources, facts to show this is what's happened. You know, unless then you know, there's like, because there are some people, you know, you have to be open-minded. But if you're going to dig your heels in and go, no, Tommy would never do that.
Sounds pretty fair, then. I mean, being open-minded ain't too much.
Evidence, but I mean, it's one of them. It's just one of them. I am aware.
I'm telling you the truth. But if you're not willing to see it, then that's up to you. Like, I can only relay the truth.
Yeah,
and what I say to people is, don't get annoyed with me when I relay the truth.
Dan's been very reasonable today, right?
He has, like,
and I'm sure he's willing to listen. Whether he agrees with it or not is different. But
listen, I can't give you I haven't got that information on me.
Yeah, no, you don't have to do it today.
I literally only just got home and I saw you live. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck are you doing live?
My
But,
days.
let me jump on.
You were starstruck, Nixie. You're like,
I
what
was
the fuck?
starstruck. Yes.
If you tag me in something, I'll look at it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'll have to unblock you to do that, wouldn't I? Yeah, no problems. Yeah, when I do, I'll drop a link under one of your videos.
You know, Nixie. You know what they say? Never meet your heroes.
Did you say that? Well, I guess I better not meet you then, eh?
Put a smile on your boyfriend's face. Freaking hell.
But yeah, Trilla, no, thank you so much for what you did when I wasn't there the other night. Like, honestly, you kind of are my hero for that because, you know, Velly gave this bitch the platform. Well, I know it's not Velly's fault, but she had that platform to talk live about me.
Velly didn't do anything. Velly does what Velly does, yeah. And
no, but I do want to go on that show. I just said to him.
Yeah, no, but end of the day, look.
Listen, let me finish, Trilla. I've got information. That bitch lied so much, but I've got a video to show. You know, when she was telling you, how could you ever talk about a child? When you're quite right, and I don't even bring normally family into it, but she went solo. I said your kids should be in care because the way you behave, and quite rightly so. When you see the information that I've got on her, it's
And
disgusting.
that's all I called out when she look. I didn't even do anything. She said it,
Yeah,
and she said my kids should be in care. I was like, well, that means that you're a
that's
shit
an
mum.
attack on you.
That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
mean your kids are bad. It means you're
yeah,
bad, you idiot.
exactly.
Like, well, so
Just
what
listen
is
to this. Can
you
you
ain't
share
talking
this?
about your kids?
Can you just quickly
Fucking
share this? I
hell.
need you to watch this.
Oh, you
I
want to
really
share
do.
something? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Whatever.
This is really important because, like, there was a long conversation about me, and thank God you were there to defend me. She's dragged Lady D into it, and I want to speak to Lady D as well because Lady D said that I mentioned I've been kind of telling Luke about her kid and trying to telling her about her kid, and that Luke's been mentioned. I've never, ever, and never would I mention her kid
Then
because
you're
that
neutral,
actually.
so and you know
I
I
want
want
to
to
speak to Lady D because she
bang
hasn't been
Nixie,
there.
so I'm totally biased. But
No,
yeah,
I
then
want
you're
to speak
totally
to. I
neutral.
feel like Zara has dragged her in. I don't know what she's been saying. I just want to stay out of it all. So I understand Lady D was very angry that day, and I get that. I fucking get that. And as a mother, I get it, right? But at the end of the day, listen, like everyone ends up talking again. Belly's still got Jupiter coming on the panel. Like, people will call you the N-word or half-breed. You still end up talking
100%,
again. You know what I mean? So what good is it me
100%.
going to do? Going calling people out? I'm not Zara. I'm not a little useful idiot that's just going to go and just to gain points. I'm not about that. But can I just play this anyway?
Yeah, go on.
Right. Is it playing?
Yeah, Zara rushed into the internet if you listen carefully.
Yeah. Listen to this. She's a big troll. Is it playing?
Yeah.
How embarrassing, you just give your address out on the internet. No, very weird. Are you okay, honey? Do you need something? Do you need something? Because I would fucking happily fucking throat punch it. I feel like you need a throat punch. You're quite ugly, and I wonder what would help you feel better. You are quite ugly. I guarantee you've given birth to ugly children, and it's not your fault. It's fine. It's a continuous fine. Your children are ugly. You're ugly. I don't really know what to do. The children are ugly as well.
Pause it there. Pause it.
I'll punch them all.
Yeah, it gets worse.
All right.
Worse.
I'm sure it does, but for fuck's sake, I mean, she just called somebody else's children ugly.
Yeah, but
that
it gets worse. It gets worse. It's disgusting.
Oh my God.
And someone's dropped a playlist on what this bitch goes around doing. She's disgusting.
Yeah,
She's been in Canada and America trying to get money from people saying that she's got cancer. Like, I thought this Penny Bunny was a bad troll. Whoa.
No.
Like, I want to stay the hell away from this girl. She's trouble.
Fuck
I want to warn Belly. I want to warn Lady D because they don't need that shit, right? And quite rightly, Lady D said to her, "You're a troll today." I said, "Yeah." Like, Lady D doesn't realise.
No, she didn't. No, I know Lady D. Lady D definitely.
They think she's only known Jupiter for 3 months. She's been mates with her for 5 years. She knows all about the beef between her and Lady D.
Shit.
Zara used Lady D to get back at Jupiter because in the last month or 2 months, Zara has been begging Jupiter. I've seen her on the panels. It's cringe. Please, beg you. You're my favorite person, Jupiter. And then when Jupiter just says "fuck off," like, or not even
but
just
what
like, no.
what was mad was literally she jumped on Luke's panel recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, or was it
He
Luke's
keeps
panel
calling my
or
name.
chatting? Was it chatting to Luke? I don't know.
Yeah, she's taking Luke around with her everywhere. Yeah,
So
Luke's her new little fucking. Luke needs to know about it as well.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, she was just the other day, like last
Yeah.
week, begging Bleeding Heart, right? And telling her, yeah, I ain't gonna fucking listen to Luke at all if that's what you don't want me to do, right?
Yeah, I've got her slagging him
then-
down in other
and
videos.
then now jumping on his panel the next fucking day. Like, she sounds like a glory whore, like
It's absolutely disgusting, but she's the kind of person I just will never want around me now. Never, because this
that's
girl
what I mean.
will make trouble. She is the kind of woman that
Nixie,
would gladly see
Nixie.
a man go to prison for rape or something and didn't do
Nixie,
it.
we
That's
we
what
all
she
know
reminds me of.
we all know that apart from the fact that you're
But you had my
you're-
back, and thank you, because I think I
Yeah,
have
no,
integrity. Like,
yeah,
I
but it's
wouldn't
not-
do that shit.
but Nixie, it's not because I want to bang you. Yeah, it's
I know,
because
I know.
it's the right thing to do. Like,
Yeah,
she
thank you,
said
Trilla, from the
something,
bottom
and
of my
I
heart,
just
because I weren't there.
I
to
would
defend
do that
myself.
but I would do that for anyone.
I
Do you know
know,
what I mean?
thank
Like,
you. I know that,
I'm
and I
just
saw that.
calling out. I'm just
Yeah.
calling out bullshit. That's all it is.
Yeah, can you because I heard it back. She's like, "Who would talk about
What Bill,
somebody's
you
kid?"
two are getting in between two women.
But,
Not
No,
the scenario
to be fair,
getting
Dennis,
I ain't
no,
gonna
to
lie.
be fair, you have as
Nixie,
well. And to
Nixie,
be fair, he's
you,
done what is right. This girl is in
Nixie,
trouble.
you,
She's
you
absolutely
totally,
vile.
fucked up my YouTube threesome dream. You know
Well,
what
you
I mean?
won't
But
think that when
there's,
you see what she really looks
uh,
like as well. I've got another video. Because I tell you what,
let's not let's stick with this one for now. Let's go on.
yeah,
Let's go with this one.
yeah, hang on then. Hang
Let's see how
on.
bad
Yeah.
it gets.
Oh, yeah.
one by one, but I don't know what else I can do. I can put
You would punch a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 3-year-old. Would you fucking really?
Yeah, I do you know what? I will ninja kick your 3-year-old grandson. I would ninja kick them in the face and try and make them look better. I'll really try and help you out.
Thank you.
You got. Do you realise how stupid you sound?
You fucking daft fucking slag.
I'm gonna ninja kick your grandbairn. As soon as it's out of the womb, I'm gonna kick it back in. That's how stupid. Oh, I can say
I hope somebody is fucking recording this.
Oh, they're all recording this. You are that ugly that literally you made your husband gay, and now it's your fault because you're on here because you're bored. Stupid, sad cunt.
My husband gay. Okay.
Your husband's gay. When's the last time he stuck it in you? He's not interested in your gash anymore. Tell the truth.
Fucking dead, you dozy fucking bitch.
Yeah, exactly. He killed himself rather than fuck you anymore. Yes, he took the right option. You ugly twat. That's what he did.
This is a woman, Zara B, who goes on about what UK lady said